right now. This episode of Social and Refined. Let's do
Alright, shit, we live.
it. Welcome to the Unrefined podcast. Here we have our host, myself, of course. You can call me Phil, Fizzle, Philip, whichever you want to call me. We got Quad in the building. We got Kane in the building. We got T in the building. Gentlemen, y'all feeling this evening, this fine evening?
Hey man, just trying to stay cool, man.
All right. Surely warming up out here. It's warming up out here in these streets. But my boy Drizzy trying to, send a little blizzard in, man. If y'all don't know the news that came out this week, Drizzy Drake, because that's what he's calling himself now. Drizzy Drake dropped 3 albums. Not one, not two, but 3 different individual projects. And we have been anticipating these albums for at least a and a half now. I'm gonna just jump off the porch and give my review. I think he met expectations, and kind of even exceeded some with these 3 albums. I don't know what other fans was listening for, but me personally, I was listening for more of a more of a mature vibe, more of a like, I want to address what's going on in the beef and then move past it. And I think he was able to achieve that with this album. And another thing that I liked about it was the diversity that he showed as well with the other 2 albums. He gave us everything. He showed his whole repertoire, in my personal opinion, of all the things that he can accomplish. He showed us he could be a rapper, he could be a pop star, he can blend other genres of music like Afro beats, even a little reggae. But I think where he made his biggest mark, of course, was with Iceman. Man, Kane, can you pull up that album for me so I can see the track list? If you can't, I'm gonna pull it up on my end. Cause man, I think it's a few songs on there. It's a few songs on there that I, as I listen to it more, that I really, really, really like. That I didn't probably initially pay much attention to. Man, the songs that stood out to me was Too Hard for the Radio, for sure. Little Birdie was cool. Burning Bridges was hard. I love that song. I love that song. That's some real shit on there. Shebang was cool. Ran to Atlanta was fire to me. Dust was cool. Whisper My Name. Didn't really like Janice Shut the Fuck Up, but that was all right. All the Make Them tracks sounded similar to those like those timestamp tracks that he be making. When I got to Made in Honor, I liked Whole Phase. I like Outside Tweaking, Cheetah Print. BBW was cool, but I didn't like the last half of that album. I want to say from like Where's Your Stuff, the interlude, like Q&A stuff, Goose and the Juice, like all of those tracks were kind of like, to me, they felt like throwaways. Like, let's put these on the album to kind of like reach a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Then once we got to Habiti, I thought that was exclusively for the last. So I really didn't like spend a lot of time listening to that, but I like Gen 5, Classical, WNBA was all right, and I like the song Fort Worth. So to me, man, like just overall, I think Iceman was the better of all 3 of the albums. Like now that I revisited it, right. I think if you like more of a R&B Drizzy, Habiti will be second. But to me, I love when he kind of like goes into that, when he make like dance tracks, he make bops for the strip club. Like I really, really enjoy when Drake does that. So I would say, me personally, I would rank him like only because Made Honor got like back end really not that good to me. I got to place it second, but when I first heard it, I liked Maid of Honor more than I like Iceman. And of course, Habidi, that's for the ladies. So you know what I'm saying. Like if you enjoyed like King and Drake, I think that was a cool little touch from him. What y'all think?
Like I haven't listened to it yet, but I just had a few questions. Like just from the perspective of just listening to his past work or his last albums, does it feel like he should have put these albums out just based on what you
That's a
heard?
good question. That's a good
Yeah,
question. I think these I think I think like if I look back on his past, um, a few albums, yeah, I think he needed to do something like this. I thought this was very necessary from him, just to show his like versatility, just to show his range. Kind of like, because when the rap beef was going on, they like people focus on the rap, but I think with albums like Honestly Nevermind, and even with like some of his more recent music, like the Party Next Door album, like he started to kind of like venture off away from rap just in general. So when he added these other two albums, that was a real nice touch.
yeah,
So it's like, because I feel like if he would have just dropped Iceman alone, a lot of people would have criticized him for like, oh man, you still talking about a rap beef that's 2 years old, right? It would have been just that. But
yeah,
now when you add the other two albums, it's like, oh, you really been working on trying to like provide a different sound like all together. And I think that was a brilliant move by him and his
yeah.
team, of course.
Dang, that's good to hear because I really like For All the Dogs, so I'm kind of glad to kind of see what he came out with.
Man, I listened to Fogs. I feel like he was trying to reach a younger generation with that album. So it really didn't like hit for me like I wanted it to, but I did like a couple of tracks off of it. But I think these albums are better than For All the Dogs, in my personal opinion.
Hmm. Okay.
Kane, what you thinking, man?
I liked it. I ain't been this excited over music in a long time. So I'm happy we got what we got. You know, I like most of the songs. It's growing on me. I probably listened to it like 5 times. So
Like, what stood out the most to you about the album? Like, was it production? Was it the fact that he really don't got a lot of singles on me and a lot of features on here? Was it like the content that was inside the lyrics? What was the main thing that stood out to you about these albums?
to be honest, I can't tell you nothing. I don't know if anything stood out for me. I mean,
So what did you like? So like what do you think that you like about it? Like was it just the release? You feel like the release was necessary and that kind of like broke up some things, or was it just like you said, like just the music itself, like just hearing new music from Drake, like hearing fresh music from him was refreshing.
um, I think it was just getting good music, and it's like really good music.
Yeah.
Like
Now, what would you rank these albums like over like compared to his previous albums?
I would have to let
Like
it
see, like
sit in.
Iceman the most.
I would have to let it sit in
Okay.
because it would be kind of unfair. Like I don't want to let the hype of it cloud my judgment. Like all those other projects had time to like settle in and kind of you know what I'm saying solidify themselves in time or in a ranking. But I go right now, I could say this or that, but I might feel more about it later. I might feel less about it later. You know what I'm saying? And I've had an opportunity to for those projects to find their level. You know what I'm saying? As far as like
I
how
feel that.
much I like them and how much I don't like them. But
I like
I
that
I
way of
feel that.
listening to music.
but honestly, bro, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. To me, the album is just good music. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not really about what he's saying. Like that plays a part into it, but
Yeah.
like I was telling T earlier, I was like, the first time you listen to it, don't try to like use part of your brain energy to kind of decipher, you know what I'm saying? This bar, that bar, what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Try to like listen to it
Yeah.
for the music first. Cause you're gonna wanna like the music good enough that you're gonna wanna listen to it again. So
Right.
when you listen to it again, the more times you listen to it, you gonna like kind of naturally catch stuff you didn't miss. Cause I'm catching stuff that I missed, and I haven't been looking for. You know what I'm saying? This bar, or nothing. I haven't been looking. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you
Ma-
appreciate it more if you just listen to it for the music. Cause he dissing somebody on every song. So if you trying to like really break it down, it's gonna take you a while. Just try to take the like decide if you like the music, and then once you break it down lyric wise, you might like it more. Because for me,
Yeah,
I was kind of hesitant, skeptical about it at first. Like hearing the leaks, I was like, man, I hope the album ain't all this like slow shit. Just him kind of speak rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of just talking
Yeah.
his
Spoken
words.
word rap
Yeah,
for
spoken.
sure.
That's a great spoken word. Um, on them slow beats. And a lot of he gave us a lot of that, but he also had like a lot of beat switches. So
Yeah. 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 True.
that kind of saved like a lot of vibes. Um, so I mean, to be honest, bro, it's the first album in a long time that's gotten better with every listen. And it's some
Okay.
songs where you think you like trying to figure out what songs you like and you don't like, and you like, yeah, this is probably one of the songs I don't like or I didn't like, and then halfway through the song the beat switch, so it's like a totally different song. You're like, oh, I did like this song. Cause so kind of he really kind of giving you two songs on one track on a lot of these. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. Yes.
like the future track is two different songs. Like it started off one way and then
Yes.
halfway through the other it's a totally different vibe. So um, it's really like a roller coaster. You can get lost in this if you liking the music. You can just let it ride, and you know what I'm saying. You're gonna get lost in the music because he didn't really do a excellent, like a great job as far as transitioning the song to song. But as far as track placement, I like how he would do like slow, mid tempo, and then hit you with kind of like an upbeat banger before you kind of get bored with it. And then another slow track, another mid tempo, and then like another upbeat kind of banger. Cause, you know, but I will say on the songs where he like doing that spoken word shit or like the slow beats, um, those are some of the songs where he talking the most. That's another thing. Like even on the songs, because I guess I'm favoring like the production on this album. You know what I'm saying? So I guess on the slower
Hmm.
tempo beats where he would be doing the spoken word thing, the bars are there to carry the lack of charisma in the beats. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I feel like it's a decent job. If I had to give it like a test, like a school test grade, I would give it like I think off first listen, I would have gave it like a 89. I think today I would give it like a 92. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think it'll plateau around 94, 95. I don't think it's going no higher than 95. But I don't think it's going lower than a 90. If that makes sense for me.
Okay. So A
That's really
minus.
good.
You
Yeah,
pretty much give it an A minus.
something like that.
That's really, really good. That's classic territory.
Yeah, that
You're
is
making me
classic
excited,
territory.
man. You're making me excited, man.
That is classic territory.
You know.
Cardine, let's hear your take,
Yes,
man.
sir. So I haven't really listened to. I've only listened to Iceman multiple times. I've listened to the other two like one and a half. Um, there were some highlights in Iceman that I liked. There were a lot of points in Iceman that was disappointing. I would say standouts for me would be National Treasure. Shebang was pretty good. Uh, I'll probably go back to Dust. I felt like Ran to Atlanta was kind of performative, almost to the point where it's like he needed to prove a point that he can go to Atlanta, which
Okay.
I don't think that was really necessary to do on this album. But you know, I think that he lingers towards the petty route in his music, and a lot of people like that. Um, I personally didn't care for that. I did like that you can tell that he's been to therapy, and I think for black men in general, being able to express that however you need to is important. Um, you can really tell in some of the songs that the beef did a number on his ego. I think that him pointing out that isolation and loneliness really had him in a bad place. I think he could have easily came on this album and been like, "I was fine." He could have lied, and in my opinion, that's a very big step for Drake to be honest about the I guess the vulnerability of how he actually felt after the beef. Um, I thought the production was definitely carrying the carrying most of um
Y'all
I think
froze on me, bro. I don't know what happened.
I can still hear.
Let me see if I can. My fault. My
Yeah, it's
fault.
still flowing on my end.
Y'all go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
all good on me. It's all good on my end.
Go ahead. Go ahead. My fault. I had to bag out and bag back in. Yo, can y'all not?
too hard for the
Yeah,
radio.
we can
Yeah,
hear you, bro.
yeah, we
Go
hear
ahead.
you.
Bud.
Y'all froze up again.
Yeah, we can still
Nah,
hear you.
I can still hear everybody.
Me too.
Um, what was I saying? Oh, too hard for the radio.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I enjoy beat switches, but I think that they happen too periodically on this record. It was a little bit of overkill in some instances, but like I said, the production was great. I like the production a lot. Um, I think that conceptually it was okay. Um, I think that there were, and obviously, like you're going to talk about what has happened since basically taking a hiatus for the 2 years. Um, you're going to talk about what happened. You're going to talk about people. I didn't necessarily like the DJ Khaled line about him not defending Palestine. Um, I think that was kind of contradicting to Drake's political stances, but I guess he had to get that out there. I don't necessarily think that he needed to bring up LeBron and DeMar Rosen either. Uh, I think I don't know. It's just it didn't really have anything to do. I guess he's getting to express himself. So I just didn't really. I just thought it was kind of like a redundant line. And I don't. What song is that? I think what did I miss? Um,
Mm,
brings that up. Uh, but yeah, overall, Iceman was definitely um, the best out of the three. I don't
for sure.
I don't think that I will ever go back to that R&B album. Um,
Habidi?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's to me it's almost unlistenable. And I went back and I listened to like both albums, and then I went back and started listening to them again. I'm just like, this doesn't sound as hot as it did last night when I was like hyped and half asleep. I thought there was some really like bogus bars in there. Um, like him talking about being at the La Quinta and his AC is broken and he has to like go get sodas from Circle K. It was I don't know. It was just a lot of it was just like I felt like a lot of filler tracks that could have been left off. I would have enjoyed if he had taken the five best tracks from each album and made a concise like 15 track album of like the best five. You're still keeping down from each one, so everybody's still getting a little bit of something that they like from Drake. Um,
Okay.
I think that's one of my biggest issues with him as of recent is he has a lot of good songs that get overshadowed by him putting in filler tracks, and I don't know if he does it for the streams to get the numbers up, but I just feel like sometimes some of the tracks are just don't need them, and it takes away from uh, the standouts. But I can go back myself and make a 15 track album of the ones that I would listen to again. Um, if I had to rate these, I would probably give Iceman a 70, and I would probably give the other two 50s.
Whoa.
I don't rate albums high. Like it's just like a grade teacher. I'm not gonna give you an A if I'm gonna make you work really fucking hard for that A.
I don't know why,
Okay.
but it froze again. I'm not sure this
Okay.
is
Um, are you still recording?
I am
Yeah,
recording.
Okay.
But
I'm
Well,
screen
we'll keep
recording.
going. All right, we'll keep going. Man, I thought okay, so you haven't listened to Habidi. Is it just because like you said it's unlistenable? Like what makes it unlistenable to you? Is it the
I
production? Is it the
I know
content?
I've listened, and I will say there's one song on there that I probably will go back to listen to, and that's "Classic." I thought that was a great track.
Okay.
Um,
You didn't like Gen 5?
uh,
Okay.
it was good, but
I thought that was the best song on that album.
I might have to go back and listen to it. But off the first listen or two, it didn't stick with me. And like I know a lot of
Okay.
people are like, you got to go back and listen and listen. Well, I treat music sometimes like a book, and like I don't necessarily once I read a book, I don't necessarily like I should be able to comprehend what I need on that first listen, like a first read, to
Yeah.
know if I'm going to like this again or not. And
Okay.
I think replay value kind of triggers that for most people with like being able to dissect the things that is coming at you and being able to be like, okay, there's potential here, or there is something about this that is last or longing laster than it's going to stay on my mind. And like
Right.
a lot of those tracks did not stay on my mind. I felt the same way about the Valentine's Day album he dropped with Party Next Door. I listened to that album one time and it never came back to me like, man, I really want to go back and listen to these certain tracks.
Right.
Um, and I also think just another critique is I liked when Drake used his raw voice because he can sing good enough to make the song good. And I think that he uses a lot of auto tune now. I don't know if that's him trying to keep up with the trends or the times, because you have a lot of you have a lot of rappers today that are just like they're not even giving them like I feel like they go into the studio knowing like yeah we're gonna use auto tune without figuring out what does that raw sample sound like before I go and start, masking things. It's kind of
Right.
like AI. It's like, have you thought for yourself before you went to ask ChatGPT, like, for help? So
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think it's disappointing because I feel like, artists change and grow. And I hate it that, like, I don't feel like Drake has grown as an artist in the last 3 or 4 albums. I really enjoyed Honestly Nevermind
Me too.
because it gave me a different element of how he used um, Gordo as a producer to create a house album in some ways, dance album. Um,
Yeah.
Very replayable for me. I love going back to it. It stays in rotation. Um, But in these days, like I feel like when I go back, like if I'm in the gym, I'm listening to "If You're Reading This Is Too Late." Nothing was the
Yeah.
same. I'm
Yeah.
listening to the Care Package. Um,
Right.
there's some songs on More Life that I'm like, Passion Fruit is one of my favorite songs of all time.
For
Um,
sure.
it's
For sure.
just
And then
that
and how it transitions to the Georgia interlude, like those three songs all together. I kind of mash
phenomenal.
them all together as one song.
And
Right.
like it sucks because it's hard to be like, well, artists express themselves as they further in their career, but like, man, I just don't think that like Drake is putting any type of intentionality into like doing that anymore. And like I keep listening to these albums like Certified Lover Boy, For All the Dogs. And I will say those like 5 tracks that he put out like as a B-sides after the original For All Your Dogs, I thought those were great because they sounded intentional. And I really liked how they were all different too. But I just think for like especially these last 3 recent albums that I'm listening to right now, it's just like It's lots of filler, lots of masking. Um, there's good bars here and there, but like overall, it's not conceptual the way that I would like to hear it. But you know,
Man, I think you hit the head on the nail right there with when you said the intentionality of it. Because see me, I expect the artist to kind of like continue to change their sound as they grow. Like one of the reasons why we kind of hold the baby is because I mean, if you listen to the baby's first album, first mixtape, it's still like the music that he putting out right now.
yeah,
So I get exactly what you mean by that. I think
yeah.
that like I think that Drake has moved into a space where he either got to make the hits or he got to continue to grow. And I think he's just trying to figure out a way to like kind of balance that because I mean over the album, you know what I'm saying, he's speaking a lot about like people want him to put the album out soon or people want him to do particular things that he's trying to process. So you know, I think that it was certain songs that felt like that they were really genuine, like they were really like him trying to put himself in a space where he's vulnerable with his fans. But I also feel you on the filler track where, like, you know, because I think Drake do a good job at making throwaways. Like, I don't know, like any other rapper that really does a good job at making like throwaway tracks and like this is not your best track, but it's not bad either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can consume it, but
I mean,
we don't know that
Lil Wayne's the last person to do that, and ironically, he's successful
that's
to
who he
one.
signed. Right, right. So it's just like to me, man, it's kind of like figuring out like, okay, were you intentional here? Were you like kind of just giving us this here? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that whole BD album was kind of like, all right, let me just throw this out there. You know, we put this on wax. So will it be able to generate the buzz that we think it could? And I think him putting out that care package also kind of like insinuated for him at least like, yo, my fans are gonna consume my shit no matter what. Cause like we had all them tracks, you know what I'm saying? We just ain't had all in one place. You know what I mean? So for like and I think also, you know, you want to generate new fans on your new projects as well. And I think he's more so like at this state wants to because he's almost 40, you know what I'm saying? He want to connect to the 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. And I think he like does that through streaming. He does that through like connecting with, you know, like a Molly Santana, who to me really didn't add shit to that song. But, you know, people fuck with Molly Santana, you know what I'm saying? Whomever that may be. And like I'm watching Ben the Don, he putting out highlights of the stream. Like I didn't know that Yana. I don't even know who Yana is. You know what I'm saying? But Drake put the streamers on the album, so I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to connect three different generations, and that's probably why he put out three different albums.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, like majority, especially now that the albums have dropped and you kind of get to see the internet do its thing, majority of his fans now are 25 and younger. Like that's
Right.
who I see talking about the albums. Um, but you know that's perfectly fine. I don't think it's wrong for people that have been fans since day one to critique or criticize his music not being up to par for what they're used to with him because like we're still fans, you know? So, and you can't please everyone. So if that's the direction, if we're deciding if that's the direction that Drake is taking, he's appealing to the younger crowd, I've outgrown it. And that's totally fine. I listen to thousands of artists a year. It's and I may be more, I guess, numb to it because I don't really have any type of emotional connection to him anymore because it's just another album to me. If it's good, I'm gonna keep listening. I'll praise it. But if it's not up to par for what I'm looking for, then I'm not gonna listen to it again. But I listen to everything that comes out, and I'm gonna have an opinion on it. But
For sure.
it's just that's it.
All right, man. Any more further comments about it? I know T, you haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, dog. If I'm gonna recommend anything, like any suggestions, just kind of go into it with an open mind. Think about it as if these tracks are for a younger crowd, and you'll be able to kind of like pick up the energy and the vibe that is being like portrayed on this album. But since we giving the teacher grades, man, I would probably give it like a B. Just all three albums to collectively, I would probably give it like a B. Um, I don't think that I don't think that he did something that was like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? But he kind of like repositioned himself in hip hop again. And now he can go on and continue to build on the momentum that he created by dropping these three albums all at once.
Yeah, I really hope that like him putting these three out was to truly get out of the deal to go independent,
Yeah,
and
for
he
sure.
gets back to being able to make like the music that he wants to make.
Absolutely. Because I think if Drake was to drop like 2, 3 more years from now, I'm still gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna
Sure.
tune in because I think that he still got a lot to say. Um, and but I think like what the older crowd will want. I mean, I'm just myself personally. I just want to see him like kind of, you know, like make more of the relationships that he creates with the different women that be in his life. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was one of those fans that live vicariously through those Drake lyrics, especially with albums like Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and if you're reading this, it's too late. Like when those albums dropped in my lifetime, bro, like that was like that's exactly what I needed to hear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now that we're getting older, it's like, all right, Drizzy, like, you know what I'm saying? Are you like how's your relationship with your baby moms? You dig what I'm saying? Like I like the fact that he expressed that his dad was going through cancer. And I'm battling this. I'm battling frustration. I'm battling aging. Like that shit was real to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
yo, So to me, man, it was just like certain bars that was really like what I needed to hear. But like overall, you know what I'm saying? I think what the album was like. If I was to be the album, I think it was lacking a little bit more authenticity. Um, but it's very marketable though. It's very, very, very marketable. Like he gonna get played back on the radio. He's gonna get played in the strip clubs. He's gonna get played like as you working out. So you're not gonna not come Drake over the next year or so. But
For sure.
like once we want to reach out like to older fans, like once you want to get back, if he want to if you want to capture more of his older fans and people more of his age, he'll probably have to be a little bit more vulnerable on it, in these albums. Kane, tell me what you feeling, man. What you thinking, dog? Everything good on your end?
Yeah, what I feel about what?
No, I'm just saying, like, you saying the stream was fucking up, trying
Oh
to see if
yeah,
all is good.
yeah. It seemed like it's cool. When I ain't streaming to the Discord. So
Okay, cool. I bet. Well, man, we gonna put this to bed though. T, we need you to goddamn catch up and listen to the album. I'm just picking, man. But man, I want to transition into something different, something a little bit more serious and more in touch with what we talking about. But there's something that they have called the Great Replacement, and a lot of people are saying that it's a immigrant problem, it's an immigrant issue. Like if we go back in time, man, we can go back to like different philosophers like Benjamin Franklin, who was the first kind of like whistleblower on this, or the first person to bring this to light, like that, you know, um, the immigration problem. And immigration really hasn't been a thing of humans over the past like probably 1,000 years or so. So I would say in the last 200 years, immigration became more of a thing, especially when we talk about the invention of the United States of America. When we go to the 18th century, 19th century, 20th century, and further on, I think immigration is going to become more and more of something that's a part of our lives in general. But man, I think there's a greater like um a greater like a grander picture that we kind of got to be able to encapsulate once we start to talk about these type of things. um I think that the immigration issue is more of something that's a problem that has been created in other like countries, and the solution has also been created. So like let's use a country like Venezuela, right? um, Through whatever machinations, even gonna get too political about this, but whatever machinations has happened in order for their economy to become what it has been, to deteriorate at the rate that it has, the people only have their only solution, or one of their only solutions, is to migrate, right? And they migrate to different countries, Mexico, the Caribbeans, countries in the Caribbean, Trinidad or whatever, Colombia. You know, there has been a lot of Venezuelans who have exited their country and tried to find a new home within other countries, right? And I think that this is not just an American thing. This is a global thing. Like a lot of countries they have refugees coming in, they have immigrants coming in illegally. If we could take a look at Europe is going through a lot of things where they have people who are integrating into their society who are not assimilating to their society. They're not taking on the things that has been present in the UK or been present in different European countries for the last 100 years. They're bringing their own culture and saying, hey, we're going to live how we want to live. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of this stuff plays a part into us trying to figure out what we want to do in our lives, man. And I hate that the stream is not working the way it's supposed to work, because we were going to touch on like the grander picture. What I think is that the replacement theory is just really setting up for bots and AI to pretty much replace humans. And I think the way that the tech oligarchs are going about that is by destroying the economy as we know it, but also by, kind of like social engineering our minds to not want to have children, to replace ourselves as we go forward in life. And can you try to attempt to stream some of the videos that we have? I mean, I know it's not working like perfectly, but let's try to like, so we could provide a little bit more context for the audience. And guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. The Socially Unrefined podcast is a new one. We want to get this off the ground, man. We want this to be a space where Black men in particular, but men in general can share their thoughts about just the different things in life: economics, culture, history. All of these things have a big impact on our lives, and we have to be able to talk these things to light, because who knows, somebody might comment something in our comments and they could bring a better perspective than we even provided today. You know what I'm saying? And we can kind of like build on this. We can kind of like move into a direction where we become like-minded and we can kind of like get on the same page as far as like what do we think about particular subjects, whether it's politics, health, culture, economics, history, and what's our place in this? You know what I'm saying? Because we're alive, we're humans. Every day means something. You feel what I'm saying? And like we gotta be able to make our stance in the world. Like whether they want to hear us or not. Like I think this is a great platform to do so. So guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Like we want to make sure that all of the black men are being heard. You know what I'm saying? I think we don't have enough platforms. There's not enough different channels that portray our emotions, that portray our feelings, because we are human, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us human. Our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and our concerns at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think we're doing a good thing by putting this together. And we can do even better if we include others into this.
Well said.
Agreed. Um, Before we continue with diving deep into the Great Replacement, does everyone here know where that like originates from?
Now let's get some context. Let's get some context.
So, if we're talking about like the American Great Replacement, that is a far right, I guess, ideology that, um, because in the 1800s, the amount of, um, I guess, Asian, European, um, African, basically any other country, the when America was becoming that melting pot, um, people were afraid that basically white people would go extinct. Um, and you didn't really hear about it much again until Obama was elected president. Um, and once that happened, I feel like you kind of saw a resurgence in people kind of screaming white genocide because they had a black president. Um, they were afraid that that was the end of their race. They felt like they would go extinct in a certain amount of time. Which I mean, it's still the Great Replacement is now more relevant than ever due to the political climate that we're in, which is the reason why the current president just got elected. Um, the Great Replacement was a huge, um, definitely a huge social issue for a lot of people, which I think now that goes into immigration and immigration turning into um, the AI situation. So,
Man, I think that that's becoming something that's harder for us to do. Um, so Kane, if you can pull that video back up, and we could kind of like let it ride,
Yeah, it
and we
looks
can
like it just went out. But yeah, All right, I see it.
All
I
right, let's
think
play
that's the
that
next
video.
topic.
No, it's all a part of the same thing. To me, I think the
Okay.
Great Replacement is more so like I guess I'll just go ahead and say this. I think the Great Replacement is one of those red herring. You know what I mean? And like the true issue is that these things are happening so that we can continue to lead into the products that are being provided to us by the tech oligarchs who pretty much, run the world right now. They're the ones that creating the algorithms. They're the ones that are like pretty much social engineering humans through social media. And the Zers are the ones who are affected the most by it because this new technology has just been pushed upon them in their lifetime and ours as well. But I don't think they're alone in this. I think this affects millennials and even baby boomers and even Generation X. You know what I'm saying? Like we can pull from those previous generations some of the things that they were able to do because saw it, but I still think some of the things that'll be discussed in this video will be prevalent to us as well. So let's try to play that, Kane.
Zero sex in the past year. That's up from just 9% roughly 10 years earlier. Not a gentle slope, a cliff. For women in the same age bracket, it went from 8 to 13%. Not as sharp, but still a 50% jump in a decade. Male virginity doubled overnight. 10% of men in that age range said they had never had sex. The Institute for Family Studies put it plainly. Sexlessness among young men had roughly doubled across every measure. For women, it's up about 50%. And this isn't just one rogue dataset. The 2024 General Social Survey backed it up. About 25% of men aged 18 to 29 no sex in the past year. For women, 18.5%. The Kinsey Institute, one of the most recognized names in sex research, found that 1 in 4 Gen Z adults had never had partnered sex at all. For young men, it was 1 in 3. The trend didn't just materialize at age 21. The roots go back to adolescence. In 2000, 80% of high school seniors had gone on a date that year. By 2023, 45%, cut nearly in half. Only 56% of Gen Z adults say they had any romantic relationship during their teen years. Compare that to 78% of boomers, 76% of Gen X. 45% of Gen Z men had zero relationship experience as teenagers. That's double the rate of older generations. The CDC's Youth Risk Behavior Survey shows that only 32% of high school students in 2023 had ever had sexual intercourse. In 2021, that number was 54%. So we're not just staring at a blip. This is a generational shift, one that started in the teenage years and accelerated into adulthood. Now, here's where the story goes from young people aren't hooking up to something much bigger. Because the decline in sex doesn't exist in a vacuum. It sits on top of a collapse in friendship, socializing, and Thompson coined a term for it, the antisocial century. And the numbers back him up. Americans historically spent 6.5 hours a week with friends. Between 2014 and 2019, before COVID, that dropped to 4. By 2024, the average American was getting 35 minutes of in-person social time per day, down from 42 a decade earlier. Young people got hit the hardest. 15 to 25-year-olds are spending 26 fewer minutes per day socializing in person than they did in 2003. That adds up to 13 hours a month that just evaporated. Teenagers now spend about 40 minutes a day with friends outside of school. That used to be 140 minutes. Meanwhile, the average teen racks up nearly 9 hours of screen time daily. The downstream effects are brutal. 79% of Gen Z reports feeling lonely, the worst of any generation. The average person now says they have 2 close friends. A few decades back, it was 5. And 15% of men say they don't have a single close friend. That number has multiplied by 5 since 1990. 27% of Gen Z adults have no close friends outside of family. 43% have none at work. The U.S. Surgeon General declared a national loneliness epidemic. His specific comparison, the health damage from chronic isolation is on par with smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Elevated risk of anxiety, depression, heart disease, stroke, and premature death. There's a concept in sociology called third places. Not home, not work. The coffee shop, the park, the mall, the bar, the community center. The places where you'd bump into someone, strike up a conversation, maybe meet somebody. Robert Putnam documented the decline years ago. By 2000, Americans were 58% less likely to attend a club meeting and 45% less likely to have friends over than they were 25 years earlier. COVID wiped out even more of what was left. For young people, unstructured time has been slashed. Helicopter parenting, overscheduled childhoods, and the share of adults 25 to 34 living with their parents doubled from 9% in 2000 to 18% in 2023. Privacy for romance? Good luck. And here's the painful irony. 58% of Gen Z says they'd prefer to meet a romantic partner in person. They want organic connections. They just don't have the places, the time, or for many of them, the social skills to make it happen.
All right, Kane, we can stop right here.
Nearly every dataset converges on the same inflection point.
So, guys, just giving off that short, video. Of course, this is a lot longer. We could provide the link to that video in the we could provide the link to that video in the chat once we post everything. But guys, man, tell me what y'all thinking. Like, y'all see how these stats about Gen Z affects us as well?
Yeah, seems really alarming, right?
Right.
Just, people just, not physically socializing in the same way they used to. Yeah, that's, I just harken back to COVID, and just where I think a lot of this started. And I just feel like, there hasn't been enough things to really draw people out since then. And that's affected young people the most. But as you see, people still go out. There's still, young people going out and like publicly taking over parks, malls, stuff like that. And, what I'm saying, in Alabama, I think it might be more of an issue in terms of finding places for young people who look like us to go out, but I feel like it's kind of expected. You definitely don't want to hear those trends about socializing, sex, and things like that, because, in terms of planning for nations, like, you want to have, at least solid birth rates. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have like an outrageous birth rate where you can't really manage it, but you want to have it such that at least that the next generation can step in for the previous ones. And you know what I'm saying? It's something that could be tied to just technology. It could also just be tied to income, or just, people extending time in school, instead of getting married young. There used to be like a lot of baby boomers got married young in their 20s. It
Yeah.
wasn't very uncommon for you to have, people in marriages, 24 and 22 years old, just hopping
Yeah.
right into it. And
Right.
so it's hard to really imagine that we could go back to something like that. It's just something I feel like that's, really good to be aware of.
Right.
As far as like, my take on like the great replacement theory, I feel like, you know, I'm the guy with the weird name, you know what I'm saying? So, for me, it's always going to be what, the custom is of the place where we are, you know?
Yeah.
So just coming from an immigrant family, I've always just been a person that likes to just see, how people interact and what the culture
Mhm.
is and, go from there, you know what I'm saying? And not really assume that, my way of doing things is necessarily the right way, but just try to
Right.
like come from a position of like understanding, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier as a immigrant to assimilate into certain places than others, just because
Yeah.
you could go into like for me in my community, there's um, a lot of us in places like DC, North
Boston.
Carolina, things like that.
Yeah.
So you could go there and you have a social network planted, and so yeah, you probably don't really have to worry about being all that American or figuring out okay what's the right thing. You just naturally be yourself,
Right.
But if you're like me, who's had a family who's gone from places where there was a lot of us to fewer of us to none of us, like kind of like how it is here. It's like you just kind of see the differences and just the importance of what's going on. And I think it's from a perspective of the people who drafted the theory, I could see why they would think things like that in certain cases. I wouldn't take it like to the extreme and be like, okay, we need to, ban people from coming in, harass them at the border, things like that. But the
Yeah.
idea of taking care of the people who built this country into what it is, like the people who've
Right.
been here the longest, I feel like government services and opportunities should always like take that into account. I don't know how that looks in terms of how it like benefits people. Or you like discriminating against newcomers? Or are you benefiting the people who've been here? But I feel like that's definitely something you got to consider, though. You know what I'm saying? Just to be fair. And so,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I look at it. Just trying to,
Yeah.
just be understanding, just try to be fair, and just understanding that things always change. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I got my own preferences, but I could definitely, you know, um, adapt if need be.
Okay. I like the way you put that. Given that you are second generation American, right?
Yeah,
Um, and your family, I'm sure your mother and father had some tribulations as far as like finding their own and being able to assimilate
yeah,
into society and bring up two strong black boys in this society as well.
yeah.
Um,
So it's like you
I,
can, I could feel a lot more confident being in a place like DC and just
right,
I could just do whatever. But here it's like, oh,
right,
I'm not as American as everybody else, so that comes with a bit of
exactly,
a calculation,
right,
and even thinking about just from a Gen Z not dating as much, and just my perspective being who I am, being an immigrant, and just having the experiences that I've had dating, you
hmm
know, a lot of young people are like OGs to me in terms of dating. Just, you know what I'm saying? You got student athletes at Ole Miss or wherever who pulling them left and right, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah,
I can't say nothing about that, you know what I mean? So,
gotcha.
I always look for wisdom wherever I could find it, even if it's, somebody like 10 years younger than me, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really bomb on them on that, but that's
Yes, sir.
definitely something to be concerned about though. You definitely want people out there mingling, having a good time dating and stuff like that.
Do you think it's do you think it's harder to date, like just in general, as a just not even a black man, just as a man in general? Do you think it's harder to connect with women in today's world?
I don't know. I feel like it's a person to person experience thing. I feel like,
Right,
like Gen Z talks about aura a lot, right? To where it's like
right.
mainstream.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, for sure.
Certain people got aura to where, what I'm saying, they could step in any situation and find the person they want to date. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
somebody who wants to date them, give them attention and they entertain it. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
I just I can't relate to that, but I think if I really wanted to go out there and date, I feel like there's opportunities for everybody, and technology kind
Yeah,
of makes that easier. But that's kind of like it kind of brings in circle back the topic of, okay, do you want people on dating apps? You know what I'm saying, swiping and things like that, or do you want that person to go out, to the mall or whatever and do it how we used to do? And
right,
I
right.
just feel like it's easier to do the former, but depending on where you are, like you go to the Galleria, you see people out. Like I was at the
Yeah,
Galleria like a year ago, and man, I was shocked in terms of seeing like black guys. Like I'm a proponent of like you could date whoever you want to date, but
for
for
sure.
me going into the Galleria and seeing half of the people who were black having like a white girlfriend, the other
Yeah.
half having like a black girlfriend, I was
Hmm.
like, damn, that shit's kind of cool. And it
Okay.
just made me think, okay, or did they make that happen in school or did they make that happen at the
Right.
mall? You know what I'm saying?
I know
And
what you mean.
I'm fascinated by stuff like that. You know, you know what I mean? I wish I could pull them all like that.
I feel you. I feel you. Kane, what you thinking about the video that was played, man, and the great replacement and like where we are in as humanity in general? Like, are we in a place where robotics and AI could replace the human itself, or do you think that there's something that we could do?
I feel like it's always something you could do. It just depends. Like
Yeah.
T by T, like T said, it's a situation by situation, case by case thing. In my opinion, I agree with that. um, as far as the
So when you
video,
seen
go
right,
ahead.
right, right, go
Nah,
ahead.
nah, go ahead. Ask the question.
No, I was just gonna ask you what you thought about the stats that was portrayed on the video.
Um, it was interesting. See, I don't think social media or online dating made things easier. I think it just made things more convenient. And a lot of
Okay.
times, convenient can be, I can save time. I don't have to go out to a function to meet people and then start dating. I can go ahead and go to work, go to school, deal with my kids, whatever, and kind of save some time in that way. But everything simple ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like it made it easier. I just feel like it made it more convenient. And that's like a time asset type thing. But it also made it a lot convenient for the people like what T said. Like T said it had aura. or maybe resources. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like IG, right?
Yeah.
IG is kind of like less of a photo type thing, social media platform, and more of a like, at least for rich people and celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Dating thing. That's how people meet, connect, network, all that type of stuff. So from that perspective, it made things easier to meet people. Like if you have like a blue check, if your Instagram profile is like has the aesthetic, like 3 videos, some highlights or whatever, you on a yacht, or whatever, whatever the women say they like these days. I don't know what the fuck. I feel like I got like a piece of lint in my mouth. Um, so a guy like with money, with means, with clout, whatever you want to say, somebody who's in demand, somebody who's in demand and has the means to get around and move things around, can have they slim pickings. It made it easier for that type of person. You get what I'm saying? But as far as a
Yeah.
normal guy, it might have made it harder because now the opposite have more options to work with. And it's not just a men thing. Now, because just like women are exposed to more options, men are exposed to more options as well. So it kind of works both ways. It just depends more of who has the leverage or the attraction dynamic in their favor.
Got it. Okay. Quad, talk to me, man.
Hold on. But as far as the video though,
Are you
I,
done?
can you hear me? I'm still talking.
Yeah, I can hear you.
On my fault. But
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
as far as the
Finish.
video
Finish up.
though and them stats, I never thought of it having to do with screen time. So that was kind of interesting.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? They saying screen
Yeah,
time
for
went
sure.
up, but people ain't really having no relationships outside. But I'm not sure. I think it's like relevance, but I'm not sure it's like a cause and effect thing. I think I would like to see more on it. Like Quad said, it's a really good video. I probably won't tap into it. I ain't gonna cap because I'm probably not as invested in it. You know what I'm saying? To watch it
Yeah.
outside of the pod, but it was like interesting information. Can't lie. Um,
I watched I watched the whole video, man, and I think it was a lot more context that was given versus what we showed. But of course we can't show a whole 30-minute video. It's not our content. But
facts.
talk to me, man. I know you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I did. I would say the most interesting part to me was about at the 18-minute mark, um, when they shift to basically they're saying that the most important thing that's not talked about, it's kind of like the elephant in the room, is the political swing that we've had in the past 10
For sure.
years.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I think that there is a lot of there's a lot of really far left ideologies, and there's a lot of far right ideologies that have almost made it. Um, it's how do I explain this? It almost makes everything socially awkward because like you have these set of men that you know are considered incels that have basically given um, this, I guess, this social norm of like that being okay. Um,
Yeah.
I think there's a chart in there. And um, I found it very interesting that uh, they showed stats where a lot of men watch Andrew Tate,
Yes.
and a big percentage of those men don't believe in his ideology. They think that he's sexist. They think that he's a misogynist, and they still watch his content
Yeah.
because they see him as a man that is successful,
Right.
and they visualize that for themselves.
Sure.
So it gives them something to, I guess, be confident about, that they see like this man is a terrible person, but he's popular and successful. What
Right.
am I doing wrong? And I think that
Sure.
um, it was another stat in there. It was about loneliness with men as well. I was shocked, like the amount of men that I guess from those stats reported as lonely is extremely telling for like where we are socially. Um, and like we can all use these in our everyday experiences, like with our friend groups, our circles, who we talk to, who we speak to about relationships and like what people got going on in their lives. And I know from my perspective, um, I've been in a relationship for 9 years now, so I am very fortunate and lucky that I'm not battling that outside perspective of the dating world, I guess. But I have a
Right.
lot of friends that are women, um, and they're comfortable enough talking to me about their experiences with men, and all those things that data shows adds up. They're afraid to commit to online dating, meeting people on Tinder, Bundle, whatever those things are, because they don't know. A lot of men get on there and portray a different. They mask themselves, um, and they may come out. They may portray themselves as one way on that platform, and
Yes,
you
sir.
you get to meet them in person, and they're not that person. They're sexist or misogynistic, and then that gives women less and less hope that the next guy is not going to be that guy because they keep having these
For sure.
experiences. And I think
Yeah.
that a lot of the issue with this is that most, well, I would say most women are left leaning, and they have I guess like progressive ideology and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
for them, from what they tell me too, they're like, if he's Republican, if he's red pill, it's a red flag. Um, if you're not, um, if you're a man that's not, feminist, you're not going to have a chance, because that's telling that woman that you're not you're not 100% committed to the the oppression that woman may experience or deal with at some point in their relationship. Um, and I think that's turning a lot of women off. So I feel like, to me, the political landscape has made it extremely hard for men and women to date. Like
Right.
when you look at the if you look at like the queer community, they're having a blast because they know who their people are for the most
Right.
part. But you also have people that are in that community that aren't necessarily politically aligned. Um, but yeah, I think for the
Who is
most
that?
part, like,
Who is it?
Just Jasper Green.
what up, Jap?
What up? It
That's
sound
my
like
boy
somebody in the basement.
Jasper. I mean, we doing right now, G. So
Y'all doing what?
we're doing a podcast. So welcome
Oh,
in.
y'all doing it through the Discord?
Yeah, we're doing it through the Discord. You can hang out though. You know what I'm saying? It
Just
ain't no
mute, just mute
problem.
me. I got kids in the background.
Yeah, go ahead. You mute yourself.
I do that.
I don't know how you do that. I mean,
Oh, I'm tweaking.
I go
Um,
ahead, Quad. Finish up.
but yeah, I think that the biggest issue or the common denominator is the political landscape. The
Yeah, I think so
videos
too.
that like 40% of men are um, shifting towards a conservative um, ideology compared to the ideology of women, and
Right.
women just aren't. If you're not 100% team women, like it's going to be hard to be able to find someone out there that um, you can commit to long term. But there's still also a huge group of traditionals that like the domestic relationship of being a trad wife and you know going to um, or being that woman in the household that um, does everything that a woman is supposed to do, quote unquote. So um, I think it was dying, and I think it's coming back with the rise of Christianity and Trump being president. Um, but I think for the most part, especially in like what T was saying too, it's really territorial, regional, where you live. I know in Birmingham, um, the dating scene is very wild, and the biggest component I would say is um, women are just not putting up with men who are misogynistic in any way. It's just a quick no brainer for them, and sadly, I feel like that's just like what a lot of men are shifting towards, or it's just been a rise of I guess red pill mentality because of what we see online and social media and um, what our leadership of the country posts, and they think it's okay. So yeah, I think when the political landscape changes a little bit, people will be more open to um, hanging out or dating the opposite sex without any type of hesitation.
Man, I want to say this just to like provide a little bit more information that was provided to us in the video. Um they were saying just to piggyback on what you were saying, a lot of the men and women are separating as far as our ideologies and what we come to agree on, and that's really what's impacting our relationships. And I think that not only plays out in Gen Z, but it plays out in previous generations, millennials, Gen X, even baby boomers. um I
A
think
lot of
as we
divorces happen.
continue, right, I think as we continue to move on in this space where we have different ideologies that are being portrayed to us on social media platforms that might not necessarily be controlled by us. You know what I mean? Like these algorithms and these different things that we see are curated for us. You feel what I'm saying? Like we're not creating what's on our own like what's on our own feed. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where social media was purely about the people that you followed, and you only saw what your friends was portraying to you, and those were the people that you connected to because you either knew them in person or you like knew of them. You know what I mean? So now when you receive messages and different ideologies from people that you may or may not know, I think that does play a part into how you perceive the opposite sex.
For
And like
sure.
how you said, like it seems as though that the gays are being able to transition into this new reality that we live in, and they're not lacking as far as finding connection. They're not
Right.
lacking as far as finding people that they connect with. And I think that's something that should be studied, or that's something that should be looked into a little more, because they seem like the ones who are more comfortable with themselves, who are more expressive of themselves, and who get more results out of the life that they want to live. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of times that, especially in heterosexual relationships, that men and women kind of like don't want to share what their inner thoughts are. You know what I mean? And that kind of puts a wall up between the two, and that kind of like puts a buffer in between the man and the woman connecting on a deeper level. You know what I mean? Like where the man is really vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? The woman is really vulnerable to the man. And like, because we can't to come together on particular ideologies, especially things like, let's just talk about it, abortion, things like sexual liberation, things like even going like what are our financial status? You know what I mean? Like we have to consider like all of the factors that come into play when we think about who are we choosing for our mate. I even saw a video that we haven't played today, but about men not identifying, or men not seeking women who will make them look better. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a culture right now where we want to look good no matter what. I'm saying, like, we want to look like we have the best life. We want to look like we have the most money. We want to look like we have the most attractive woman close to us. And I think that has taken us away from the fact that, you know, maybe we should be valuing different things, like that comes from within a person, rather than what they could put on. Like a fat ass, nice titties, and a pretty face is always gonna sell, but it's fast food. You know what I'm saying? Like you get those calories, and those calories are bad for you. It's no nutrition in that meal. And if you eat enough of that fast food, you become obese. You become something that wasn't naturally intended for humans in general. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a question.
So
I got a question.
go ahead.
Is the you said the fat ass is fast food?
The fat ass, the pretty face, the big titties,
That's
like
fast
all
food?
of that. Like that's the shit that you see. That's the shit that you see immediately, and you like,
That's
damn,
the
I want that.
calories.
And it can be
You like,
bought.
damn, I want that.
I'm saying, so that's what you saying is fast food though?
I mean, let's break down the idea of fast food, right? So when you go to a fast food joint, you're not. Are you really looking for nutrition, or are you looking just to fill your stomach?
Okay, so I get what
Better
you.
yet, satisfaction.
I'm gonna answer the question first before I what's the name? Uh,
Go ahead.
you're looking to just fill your stomach, right? But
Right.
I think the way it came off to me was that you can't find anything genuine and like long lasting on some forever shit in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's just no way there's absolutely no woman with a fat ass and big titties and a cute face. Like there has to be some good women that also look good. And it has to be some women that look good and also have like certain values that are conducive to a long lasting union and relationship.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So for you to
I
say
get what you're saying.
what attracts men a lot of times attracts men the most is fast food. I don't know. I just didn't agree with that. And I'm not just saying you I mean you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I guess I'm just playing devil's advocate a
Okay,
little bit.
and I appreciate you doing that. So, like, just to push back on a little bit of what you said, right? So, do you think that men, when they see a woman, they're more concerned with her personality, or they're more concerned with how she looks? Like, initially, you know what I'm saying? He
Attraction
hasn't
rule
met
the
her. He
nation.
doesn't.
Oh
Attraction
wait.
does rule the nation.
No, that's supposed to be conversation rule the nation. I'm tweaking. But you
Well,
get the same
conversation does
thing.
rule the nation. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
same
sure.
thing.
So, all
Hey,
right,
look,
all right,
little
boom.
fool. Nigga said, I remember I watched 85 South Show. I remember how long ago. It was a long time ago though. And Carlos was saying, you let her get away with anything when she fine. And it's like when that ass fat, you just be like, just don't do it again. You like this the 10th time. You like just don't do it again. Nigga said he
Yeah,
literally said the words fat ass negates all. So it's gonna always be that for us, cause that's what it is. Like it's
right.
biology, bro. And that's not even
Unless
a
you're
man
asexual.
thing. That's not even a man thing. I feel like that's with both of
If
us.
it-
If we could be with what we attracted to the most, we would. But I don't think it's
But
100%.
I don't
does
think
that?
it's the I don't think it's looks that are controducive or um what's the opposite of that? I mean not conducive in you know what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, I don't think looks or attraction make or break a relationship. I think
Okay,
intentions, goals, and you know what I'm saying, values do. Like what matters to you? Like
right.
I think that's what Phil was saying though.
but how is that if whatever I'm attracted to is fast food?
But okay, so like, if you was to make the fast food at your house, that would be totally different, right? Because you know exactly what's going into those ingredients.
Listen, the fast
You
food
you
part, that part is not a problem. The part is you equating the looks to the fast food. The looks don't have to be fast food, bro. Like looks are essential. Being attractive is essential. That's why people a lot of times like men, we a lot of times, most times men are not going to get in a relationship with and commit like and fully invest with somebody that they're not attracted to. Women will
right?
because biologically it's more so about security and resources and all that stuff for them. So they
Yeah,
will kind of settle. But for me it's not really
yeah.
like that. So what I'm saying is all I'm saying is, bro, it just feels like you speaking negatively. Now I can see if you saying something like, I can see if you saying the fat ass and all this is something, and you saying like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta eat it in portions if you don't work out or something like that. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Okay.
It's just like how you put it was just kind of just like I don't know. Cause if
See,
we
for
being
me,
honest, a lot
like,
of times the attraction is what is why
uh,
niggas invest. That's why niggas that's why niggas settle down. Oh, I found something I can wake up to every day. Like I don't mind coming home to every day. She turned me on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she a good enough woman for me to stick around. Like the
yeah,
attraction is what is driving most of these relationships that are actually a thing, that are actually in existence, but
man,
people
I
not
like.
really
Go ahead.
too like they not matched with people on a relationship level. All the people that's
Right.
dealing
Well,
with
and
each other are dealing with each other based off attraction. What they missing is the right partner that want the same thing they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
think
will
it's
say though,
attraction.
in that video that I think 28-minute long video, they talk about the 80-20 rule, and it's like men will go for 80% of the women that they come in contact with, but women will only go into they only will get into contact with 20% of the men, and it's because men are put on a I guess a higher pedestal when it comes to like looks, achievements, and all that.
For sure.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's always looks with men, but I know for women it's definitely status, at least according to the data that they ran.
I'm not saying it's the
Right.
end all be all. I'm saying it's essential.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
you can like what I'm saying is if the attraction not there, the person might not even show up on your radar. You feel me? Like a woman
Mm-hmm.
can go to the same Starbucks every day and not even
Yeah.
remember who the freaking dude is passing her mocha latte because he not attractive enough to even make an imprint on her life. So what
Right.
I'm saying is some like that attraction is so um vital. You get what I'm saying? It can swing things. Now
Are
also
we talking about sexual
I'm
attraction?
yes. Well, I'm talking about overall attraction. Now
Okay.
because also feel you not like I can give you an example of how what you saying can be true, but I feel like it's the exception to the rule. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like one time I was
Okay. Yeah.
working in this plant job, right? And
Right.
I don't know, I was wanting a girlfriend. I was wanting somebody to
Right.
like build with and all this, right? So it was this girl I used to work with. I was working with her for weeks, months, whatever. She was cool. She didn't really talk much. You know, she was nice or whatever when you did talk to her, whatever. Thing about this girl is she was straight up and down. Like no titties, no ass, no chest, no front, no back. You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it was this older guy named Mr. Tim, and every day everybody be like, Mr. Tim, what you got for lunch today? Because his wife would cook and he would bring leftovers or whatever. So
Right.
old girl was with us and she was just like, I've been cooking since I was 4 years old. Yeah, I used to be in the kitchen with my grandma. So I'm like, my
Right.
ears perk up. I'm like, hold on. What you know how to cook? I can cook anything. I'm like, I'm saying like she's saying anything. So I'm naming stuff. She said, yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. I'm like,
Right. Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
like, hold on. Cause at that time, you feel me? I wasn't cooking. I was too kind of
Yeah.
like nervous to fuck up in the kitchen to really I could follow a recipe, but I just wouldn't
Yeah.
do it often. So
Okay.
a home cooked meal was what I felt like I needed in my life. That was one of the main reasons why I needed or I felt like I needed a wife. Because
Yeah.
if I could just have somebody to go get the groceries, then I can put my energy into cooking. Not necessarily for her to cook, but you get what I'm saying? If I had somebody to help me clean the
Right.
kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Just because I was working 12 hours a day type, 6, 7 days a week. I ain't have no time to do nothing, no energy to do nothing. So it's really just I needed her for
Yeah.
what she was supposed to be, a helpmate. You know what I'm saying? Like prep it, I cook it when I get home or vice versa, whatever. But I said all that to say, I was not attracted to this girl at all. Not only was she straight up and down, bro, but she had like one of those acne faces, bro, with the little bumps and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like she was
Yeah.
nothing before she started talking about how she can cook and all this and that. You feel me? Before it was all said and done,
Yeah.
before I left that job, you feel me? I was trying to shoot my shot. She was like, "Oh, I got a man," you know what I'm saying? And then like 2 months after that, I saw she was pregnant by the dude. So, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Those good values, you know what I'm saying? That definitely is vital too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like both are interchangeable. One get you in the door and one keep you around. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Sometimes
when I was making a fast, go ahead, finish your thought.
I was just gonna say sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you can meet a woman, like maybe it's through work or somewhere, like just through other people, through like unorthodox means, and that's the way you get to know her. Cause otherwise, attraction wise, you probably wouldn't. And then you like, damn, you know what? I
Yeah,
really do like you. Like I see something in you that I don't, that I don't want to let go of. And you probably think you want to commit. You know what I'm saying? You like, she's such a good person. She everything a man want and need. Well, not want maybe, but need. You know what I'm saying? But he cheating because, you know what I'm saying? He ain't all that attracted to her like that. So that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Both of them can be interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? The morals and values might get you in the door, but if you ain't got the attraction, that might create problems in the future, or
Okay.
it might make the person not 100% like commit, halfway in, halfway out type shit. Make you feel like you being
So
used.
you,
What
so
if
you
they're a
basically
10?
saying,
Sorry, go ahead, Phil.
no, no, no. I want to hear what you got to say, because I'm
What if
gonna hold
they're
on to what I.
what if they're a 10 but they're really bad at sex?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's more of a man question. How can a woman be? That's a question for women. I think I don't because how can a
I
woman be bad at
what?
sex? No, I'm saying like
What?
I'm trying to paint. I need y'all to paint the picture for me. How can a woman be
Okay, so
bad at sex?
A human
she a
can be
10,
bad
but
at
she don't
sex.
suck dick.
She's a 3. Major deduction. Major deduction.
Nigga said she a 3. Oh God, no, for real, she a 3. She
Nah,
ain't no
son.
10. She can't be no 10 if she don't suck dick. No
Nah.
way.
Nah. Hell no. What?
But yeah, like what if it's a situation, right, where
I
she
like
look
that,
good,
y'all.
but
I like that. I like that.
she's not sexually attractive though. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Like
okay. So
she
how about
doesn't
this? How
like.
about this? How about this? She look good, but she don't have like a high sex drive. Does that work?
Yes, yeah, that'll work.
Okay,
That'll work.
so ask me again. Like I know I just came up with the question, but I'm trying to figure out like put it in the context with what we talk about.
All right, so like if you have a woman, right, that like that meets like a lot of your what you qualify as like that you would date. You know what I mean? But there are certain things about her sexually that she just does not meet. Like maybe she's somebody um that doesn't really like to do a lot of different positions. She really doesn't like she like doesn't really like to explore sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might want to tie her up. You might
Ooh.
like, restrict some of her movements, and she might not just be open to that. You know what I'm saying? And you're bringing this type of energy to the relationship. Like, how would that be received from somebody like yourself?
Okay, so I would think long term,
Okay.
right? I would think
All right.
if this is how it's gonna be for the rest of my life, how like would I be okay with it?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And
And do the other assets outweigh that enough to do so?
yeah, I literally was just about to say that. Like, if the good outweighs the bad, then you know what I'm saying. Then yeah, because I mean, regardless how of what a nigga say, you know what I'm saying. There's always the possibility of, you feel me, getting something else. You feel me? She can kind of outsource some of that stuff for me. You feel me? It just kind of, I don't know how it is like religiously, if that's okay. If like, even if y'all both agree to it, I'm not sure how that works religiously. But
Okay.
whether you do it with her permission or without, I feel like most men would, even if they had the intentions, like, I would
Hey,
never, I thought I would never, and I just, had a weak moment. Because a lot of times it's about just opportunity. It ain't about nothing planned. It ain't got to be nothing missing. Like, oh, you trying to give me some pussy for free? I ain't got to do nothing for it. Yes, I'll take it. You think about it later, like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So,
if you were in a committed relationship and it was perfect,
how's perfect if she
and you
don't?
would never
How's perfect if?
wait,
Hold on,
I
hold on.
got a plot twist though.
How's perfect if she don't let me? If she don't lay at the end of the bed, let me face fuck her when she.
Plot twist. It's perfect on your end, but she thinks you're bad at sex,
Mm,
and she wants to be polyamorous and have other partners. Do you love them that
mm.
much for her to do so?
Okay, so why the fuck? Hey man, that's we could talk about this another time, dog. You just fucked me up, Quad. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause boy,
This is my favorite stuff to talk about
I'll be like,
because
watch out.
it's so like it's just being polyamorous is so normalized and common today that it's damn
Mhm.
near happening everywhere,
Right.
Well,
everywhere.
the only reason I
So
agree with
these
it,
situations happen.
the only reason I agree with that is because a lot of people are in situations like that and just not really knowing or not like invested enough to care.
Yeah.
Do y'all think polyamory is like something that could become maybe a solution to
One
like
hundred
some of the
thousand
things that
percent.
If
like to
we
some of the things that we talked about today?
if we continue to let like women do the thing, like just move how they want to move, they gonna have to. Not gonna say
Right.
they gonna have to, but it's probably in their best interest to just accept it moving forward.
Okay.
Because even if is women outnumber us, even if you give every man away to a woman, there's still gonna be some women without a man. Do you get
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like if you give every man on
Right.
this earth a woman, there's gonna be some women that just,
That's left out.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
y'all all want the same guys anyway. Y'all all want somebody
Right.
rich or whatever. So just sign up on a winning team and you get the benefits because you want the money and all this other stuff. He gonna be doing what he want to do anyway. If that's your way to lock in with him and he cool with you possibly robbing him
Caring.
blind at the end of everything, then hey,
So like what do you think that does for the children that'll be created in those situations? Like I guess what I'm trying to ask is if polyamory was a answer to some of the things that we discussed today, like
I
the
think,
lack of connection in social relationships. Like, do you think that maybe the kids that grow up in those situations will be more social, or they will be more like um prone to like kind of wanting to reject that lifestyle?
hey man, I don't know about that social shit. I don't know about wanting to adapt the lifestyle, but I think it'll be a plus. I think it'll be a W. If
Okay.
all the women stayed with the man, like lived, cohabitated with the man, I feel like it'll be a
Yeah.
W. I feel like
Okay.
the man being in the house is a major W. If he can have y'all in the house, everybody got their own space, bills taken care of, all that. If he got the means to take care of all that, that's gonna be the better situation as opposed to what we got now. It's the same thing. The man got kids with all y'all, but y'all all live
Right.
together. Y'all all live, it may be different case by case situations, but check to check, because that's most of us. So it's safe to assume y'all all living check to check when y'all could all
Right.
pool y'all resources together in one household,
Right.
and the
Right.
daddy there. I mean, that's essentially the same thing, except y'all money is going out in separate ways instead of, you know what I'm saying, building with each other. And
Okay.
also the dad not there. See, all the
So
dad,
what about a situ?
all the mamas mad because the daddy ain't act right or do whatever, so the daddy not there. But essentially, it's the same thing without the daddy being there and them living together. You get what I'm saying? And they funds being
Okay.
in a pool.
All right. So look this right. What if it's a woman who has multiple baby fathers?
What
Right.
about it?
Like, does she get the same benefit? Like, can she, continue to pull, like, cause she gonna put all of them on, let's say she put all of them on child support, right? These different baby fathers that she may or may not have, right? Like, if she put them on child support, do you think that those resources will work in the same way if it was just a man and multiple women? Like, she getting
No,
resources from the
no,
multiple.
because in the
Okay,
other
okay,
situation, the man is still like in charge.
okay, okay.
In the, at least in a
So
sense.
So you think so ultimately like male leadership could kind of like steer the course of the relationship, like
I mean, listen,
just
bro.
in
We
general.
went from talking about this to talking about that. I thought we was talking about what's best for the kids. That's what I was thought. That's what my answer
Right.
was based
No, I
off
mean
of.
I'm just saying like I'm agreeing with you, right? Like I'm talking about what's best for the children, right? Like, do you think that a situation where a woman is getting multiple resources from a man is the best, or do you think that a situation where a man controls like multiple resources and that is funneled to the child ultimately?
What was the second half? Like the
Listen,
man.
listen, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. So, a woman is receiving multiple she's receiving resources from multiple men because she has multiple baby fathers. Do you think that would be a better situation than a man that is managing multiple women and getting the resources from them, and then ultimately managing the children from that pool of resources that he has?
I think I think it'll be better to be honest. It's a case by case situation, right? But generally
Okay.
speaking, I think
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
agree with
better
that.
if the man is in control because some men just
Okay.
aren't adept or um mature or just, I guess,
Right.
smart enough to kind of be held to that much responsibility. But just
For
generally
sure.
speaking,
I agree
I
with that.
think if all levels were all the, you know what I'm saying, were equal, I feel like the
Right.
man would be more sound to make those decisions just because we have more of a, I feel like, mental fortitude when it comes to adversity. So a
Yeah.
lot of times I hear like women like dealing with things, and this is no knock at them, but I hear women dealing with things, and I don't know if I think I recently learned that the word is called like neuroticism or something like that, where you
Okay.
kind of take a problem and you kind of make it bigger than what it is in your head to the point where, and it's
Yeah.
not like it's like so real in your head that it's actually like when they be like, "Oh, I gotta deal with the baby and wash the dishes and laundry," and in your head, bro, that might take like 4 hours, but they can't help. You know what I'm saying? The women, like the women that do. I'm not saying all women have this issue, but that's what it is. And that's why I say like learning about women is a blessing and a curse, because you get, when you understand them, you get to give them more grace. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it
Hmm.
also, ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to pick and choose.
I think that situation that you're talking about, or the example you gave, is more so a household issue. And I feel like in those situations, women start to feel that way when the man is um not holding up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh like the things you listed, like laundry, uh change the kid, stuff like that. Well, in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, to resolve this issue, where am I in the picture, and how can I help resolve the issue? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, wait. Okay. I'm sorry. I kind of I glitched a little bit. So you saying in that situation you would just help her, basically?
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, yeah, basically, for sure.
I ain't even gonna
Because
lie,
then that
man.
eliminates the
Hey,
problem for you and I.
hey, man.
Go say it, bro. Go say it.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Shit get wicked out here, man. Shit get wicked out here, man. Hey, man. Don't let nobody pressure you into like locking in, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it don't take a long time to know if you want to marry somebody, right? But it definitely take at
Right.
least some time to figure out if you should marry somebody. So don't let nobody press you into making no decision, like a lifetime decision, a life altering decision on their time. Do it when you ready, bro.
Talk that
100%.
tea.
Because you
Talk
like
that
if you
tea.
feel like you need to live with somebody, if you feel like you need to have so much time with them before y'all get married, if you feel like y'all need to have time to be married without the kids before y'all have kids, that's that's your prerogative. And you need to know all this before
Yeah.
you make these decisions, because you make these you know you want this stuff and you feel like maybe the other person will come around, but that's at a certain age people are who they gonna be, and they get
So,
comfortable in setting their ways, and you know Cole, I think you was asking something, you presented a scenario or something. I think it was like or maybe it was when I said low sex drive or whatever. I would feel like I wouldn't be able to lock in. I feel like I would probably have to know that before I get married. Hopefully I would catch that and you know what I'm saying, underlies a real
Yeah,
understanding and
100. I mean,
realize it
that's
before I get married, because I wouldn't that's not something that I'm willing to take a risk on as far as gambling. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So I in that situation I would say know who you locking in with, and like
right.
that, and make sure if that's what it's gonna be, am I cool with that? And I don't think like sex or and in the situation where she not satisfied with me, well baby, we not a good match. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm open and willing to do more that can satisfy you, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but you
Yeah.
know,
I might just not have enough.
you know what I'm saying, and and
For
you
sure.
being satisfied matters a lot, way more than me being
It
satisfied, if
matters
we being
way, way more than me being
and I ain't even
satisfied.
talking about
Way
sexually,
more.
I'm just talking about overall in
Right.
general. Your
Absolutely. No,
satisfaction
I
and
agree with that
happiness
100%.
matters way more. So I don't want to, especially in a situation where it might not be something I can do. Like if a bitch need one of these up in there and you ain't got that,
She need the whole thing. She need the whole thing. G, you feel me?
It
And I
ain't.
can't do that. Hey, listen, you might need to go shop somewhere else
You know what I'm saying?
for real.
I love you. You know.
You feel me?
Would you
This is
let her go
goodwill
shop
over here.
somewhere else?
Hmm.
You can let
Would
him
you
go
let her
shop
go?
somewhere. You got to.
Yeah. Cause
Or would
If
you
I'm
be
not, if
I'm
like,
I'm
nah,
saying.
not,
bro?
I'm sorry. Well, I'm just gonna say
wait,
this: if you serious about marriage and about your
yeah,
family and your legacy and union and all that, and it just ain't a game, yeah, that's gonna matter, bro. Cause I'm telling you, bro,
I think
I've
so
been
too.
with women that I wanted forever with. And I got it. I went so far as to even get engaged, bro. Like and I still didn't leave it in because that other stuff matters, bro. And you can't have one bit without the other. A woman can't tell me, "Oh yeah, I want to have your kids and all this," but then when I talk about marriage, no, you is no. Cause me, the
Feel that.
type of person I
I
am,
feel
I
that.
don't have kids because I want to get my wife pregnant.
Right,
You get what I'm saying? I
right.
want to get my
Yeah, yeah. I
wife.
get what you're
I
saying.
want to be married first, and that's how I've always
Yes,
envisioned it for me. So I've had opportunities to have kids, but if we're not gonna be locked in, I'm not gonna do that to myself or my kids. It's just not gonna happen. And I feel like that's me being a real nigga because I'm putting as much as I love this girl, and she probably the best that I could imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like most of everything I
yes.
wanted, I'm care enough about
Right.
my kids to not put them through that. You just not the one.
I agree with that, man.
And that's the best way I can say it, Quad.
I think that we should probably like consider like new ways in order to like solve these problems that we having. You know what I'm saying? And polyamory might be a solution. You know what I'm saying? Like we really just haven't considered that in our society. Um, Monogamous relationships just don't seem to be working like for everyone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that polygamy will work for everyone. I'm just saying that it should be something that is an option. You know what I mean? For men
Yeah.
and for women. Because like as we continue on these trends, like I'm personally of the type to things will get worse before they get better. You know what I'm saying? It's just based upon what I've seen go, what I've seen happen over time in my experience, in my 31 years of living. You know what I'm saying? Like things typically get worse before they get better.
Hey, what was the first
And
thing you said?
ma- I was just saying that maybe we should consider different like relationship routes. Like maybe polyamory may be a solution for like for certain couples. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say now.
if a if a man has multiple baby mothers, you know what I'm saying, and then he meets a woman who might not be the mother to to children, and then he gets with her, and then they are able to bring up kids in a way that is holistic, in a way that kind of satisfies everybody that's a part of that union. You know, that might be more sustainable than trying to say, hey, I'm just gonna lock in with this one woman who has never been with nobody, who has never seen, like, never touched with nobody, like, never touched anybody, and we're gonna lock it in and be together for perpetuity. Because I think that divorce is more common than a relationship that stands the test of time. You know what I'm saying? So if divorce is more common, then we have to consider that more people will be involved in a relationship that a man and a woman might be creating when they are making children together. You see what I'm saying? So possibly, we could be on a precipice where, polygamy is something that is accepted in American society.
It is in larger cities.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I might ruffle some feathers when I say this. I might hurt some feelings or offend some people, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. All this relationship talk need to be directed towards the youth. Everybody
Mm,
35,
yeah,
40 and up, y'all are
yeah.
lost cause, bro. And 30, you almost there. We don't need to be talking,
Nah,
trying to help
son.
y'all at all, bro, because all this stuff starts at the root, bro. The reason y'all can't have monogamous relationships right now is because y'all get burnt out so young to where y'all can't bond. Y'all can't pair bond with a guy and be 100% like locked in with him because you already pair bonded with too many guys before him, before you meet the right guy. That's why women who lock in with somebody around their first or second partner around 2021, those tend to be longer lasting relationships if their relationship is somebody who they really want to be with. Like they found a person that they attracted to and really want to lock in with early and build with. Those um those are more successful because they haven't pair bonded with a lot of people. So
Mm.
you get what I'm saying? They're
Yeah, I
allowed
get
to
what you're
be
saying.
more like, nah, this I can't do this because that would hurt them. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is my person. This is, you know what I'm saying? Once you and you can say it's being heartbroken, and that's why you can't love and be locked in with somebody, but it's everything is science. Like pair bonding
So
is a real
you don't
thing.
think there's no absolute course correction for those who have come like 35 or older? You don't think there's no course correction, like they can't like correct their behaviors?
It's not that they can't correct their behaviors, it's that they're going to have to settle. More than likely,
Mm.
and nobody wants to do that. So we kind of talking on deaf ears.
Mm.
The simple answer is to lock in with somebody, like basically take what you can get. You holding out for the best
Okay.
deal, and the deal done passed you by 10, 15 years ago. Like you holding
Damn.
up the line. We need to be talking to these young people now. The
Right.
future.
I get
I
what you.
will say from my experiences and I guess whereabouts, a lot of people I know that got married early on, they're divorced. They got
Right.
married at like 21, 22.
Yep.
They're done. And you
Yep.
know what all of them tell me?
What
I
is it?
wish I had of experienced my 20s instead of getting married and having kids
Mm.
because
But
I didn't know up here your frontal lobe's not developed. They didn't know
It's
what they
not, bro.
actually wanted. They didn't have real life experiences
It's not.
until they got to a certain point in their life and they're like, "Damn, this high school sweetheart shit was not it." And they
Yeah,
get
some
to this
bullshit,
point
right?
and they get divorced. They find out who they are as a person. Some of them find relationships. Some are cool single, and some, like you're talking about, are out here playing the settlement game and looking for scraps. But I don't, I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think getting married early on has, especially for our generation and the generation before us, we see the divorce rate is crazy. So you have this younger generation that is like, you know what? We're not exactly ready to commit yet. Let's figure out
Right.
what we actually feeling out here. And some of that can be toxic, but I think for the most part, I don't think Gen Z is doing half bad. I think they're making better decisions on how they are selecting. And that goes all the way back to why there are a lot of single people right now. Why there
I
people
was
aren't
just
having
about
sex.
to ask. I was just about to ask y'all. Do y'all think that Gen Z is approaching relationships is a little bit better than the previous like the previous generations that came before them?
no,
100%.
I don't.
Yeah. Why don't you think so?
Um, I think now it's like everybody's solution is to just like, you know what I'm saying, the fun and shit is like having sex. Like
Okay.
like sometimes it's new like experiences, but most of the time, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't have like money to just be having new experiences. So sometimes their new experiences is doing something they never did and sleeping with a guy they never kind of slept before. Like, or I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I don't want to make it seem like it's just about sex, but it kind of is. I feel like. I feel like that's the thing. I feel like sex is like a huge thing in our age group, and I also feel like we don't vet. Like
Okay.
we kind of go with vibes, and then wait for some shit to fuck up. Like, of course,
So
like your,
like
of course,
what?
your, hold on, of course, your frontal lobe is not all together, but
Right.
that's why you had back in the day you had people like an older male figure to vet these people for you or to arrange these marriages for you to where it made sense one way
Mm,
or another. We don't have nobody
yeah.
filtering the good from the bad. All these people are
Okay.
listening
But
to people who are living one way, and
Right.
they're trying to build relationships based off a lifestyle they trying to live. Not and the
Yeah.
lifestyle don't be nothing with a solid foundation.
Okay.
Everybody think they supposed to like be chasing riches and all that, and don't have no time to think about they kids.
Right.
Like, oh, I
well, Gen
need.
Z is having less kids.
Yeah. Gen Z is having less kids though, Kane.
I feel like less people may be having kids. Like I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. Cause I feel like a lot. I feel like almost every woman I meet has kids. So but I don't. I feel like almost a lot of like I remember I was talking to Dennis about like these statistics about how like a lot of men don't be having sex. Like a third of the
Yeah.
male population is a virgin right now, like approaching 30 and never
Right.
had sex. And he
Right.
just didn't believe
Right.
that. I said, bro, a lot of niggas is not having kids, bro. I say, if you think about it, bro, if you think about our friend group, me, Phil, Tamba, Mike, Rashad,
None of us got kids.
but him, and he got 4 of them.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, you got 4 kids,
Yeah.
2 baby mamas, and we ain't got nothing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. You're right though.
And that's
You're
what
right.
and that's what I be saying, bro. These statistics show themselves in real life in front of you sometimes.
Yeah, they do like for real
And
like
and
yeah you
and
well you put it like that.
and it's, you know what I'm saying, I ain't trying to put my boy out there, but growing up in the past 10 or 15 years, we all been cool. Who done had the most motion? All right then. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
that nigga. Hey,
Okay.
listen. That nigga was in my dorm, and he ain't trying to put his
Yeah,
business
that's
out.
why, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm gonna keep it on low. I'm gonna keep it on low. I'm gonna keep that on low. I'm gonna keep that
You know
on
what I'm
low.
saying? So
But that I remember. I remember. I
hey, what ARFs, I seen them do it.
I seen them.
I seen them
I
do
seen
it.
them. On my mama, you ain't lying, boy. Shit, cause that nigga killed one. You feel me? That nigga right there, he
Low,
kept one.
low diff.
Since I've been knowing him, he done kept one.
But I said all that to say he
For
don't
real.
understand that niggas like him and niggas like, I don't know if I don't trying to offend nobody, but me, you and T, we playing a totally
Right. No,
different
no, yeah,
game
yeah,
than
for
him.
sure.
That he don't
Yeah.
understand that. See, niggas like him thinking all
Yeah.
you gotta do is just not be weird, bro. No, nigga, it's way deeper than that. Cause we are not weird. If we was weird, you wouldn't even fuck with us. You know we not weird.
Right.
So what the
You're
fuck?
right. We considering more shit than you are. Like we taking more shit into account when we go into dealing with these different ladies. You know what I'm saying? That what could happen versus what actually is happening.
Man,
Man, this was a conversation.
he just could not believe it. Like I had to give him so much real facts, bro. He like, bro, You always talking about you ain't never had no, like, you don't never get no bitches, bro. You always had women. I'm like, bro, I done had women, bro, but how often, like, don't get me wrong, I done had some good women, I done had some attractive women, bro. But I'm telling him, I'm like, bro,
Right.
but how often is that, bro? You might see me lock in with somebody every 3-4 years. Because that's how long it take for me to find exactly what I'm looking for and what I'm willing to invest and lock in long term. I meet women all the time, but it ain't just, the right situation. But with him,
I feel that.
man, I don't know if I want to put this out there, man. I don't know if I want to put this
Don't
out
put it
there.
out there.
Nah.
Don't put it
Well,
out there.
it ain't even on his end. It's just some on my end. You know when they say them situations like Batman could have me tied up and he wouldn't get this information out of me. It's like one of them
Yeah, yeah,
situations. But
yeah. I feel it.
but yeah, man, it's different, bro. And that's why I say it's a case by case situation. Some guys and some women not gonna have an issue, but some are, and that's
Right,
based off attraction. It's
right.
biology, bro. Like women with hips and you know what I'm saying, fat ass. That's kind of like a fertile signal. You know what I'm saying? Like men, they feel me?
Right. Yeah,
Biologically, that's
yeah,
signals to men that you fertile. That's why they call baby making hips. And then you know what I'm saying, with women
yeah,
it's the
for sure.
same thing. With men being taller, they feel more of a sense of protection for you know what I'm saying, and other things.
Hmm.
So it's not
Do y'all
necessarily,
want kids?
huh?
Do y'all want kids?
Want it?
I want kids. I want kids. I do want kids.
I had to, I kind of have to tell myself like I'm cool if it happen, cool if it don't. Because if I just kind of
I
just
do
keep
want
wanting
children.
it, then it's
I
just
think.
disappointing.
I think the solution to the problem that we have in as humans right now. I think the more kids that we have in general is the better. No matter what situation, no matter how hard it may be to raise them, I think that having kids is probably like the answer. Because if we don't have children, then they'll be replaced with something that we do not receive any return from. Because I think human capital is the thing that can produce the most return on its investment than anything in this world. Anything that I could put in money into, I think I could get more if I create a human. You know what I'm saying? Like I could create a human to be a scientist. I could create a human to be a teacher. I could create a human to be an artist. I could create a human to be a musician. I could create a human to be pretty much whatever the fuck I wanted to be if I give it the proper
Nurturing.
instruction and I give it the proper nurturing as it begins to develop over time. I don't think nothing in this life is more valuable than human capital. That's me personally, though.
Quad, to answer your question, I want kids, but I don't want kids as much as I want a family. So,
Yeah, without that wife, man, without that wife, it just seems like it's a
Okay, I
lost
got you. I
cause.
got you.
and then
Yeah, I agree
another
with that. I would agree with that.
another untold aspect, bro, is you know what I'm saying. A lot of times, like I'm gonna just speak for me. In those situations where the girl was cool with having a kid by me but not getting married to me, another reason why I ain't had a kid with them is because I held them in such high regard. I didn't want to make them a baby mama, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Mm,
It's some real niggas out here, bro. It just ain't
yeah, for
packaged
sure,
and
it
put
is,
together how you want it to be. How you for like. So I mean,
bro. I think a lot of the quote unquote real niggas are average men, bro. Like the niggas that got the fucking ability to deal with multiple women, they gonna lie to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna lie to them. They gonna present themselves in a different way than they will present themselves had they not have all this motion that they got. You feel what I'm saying?
but hey, but look though, Phil. You
So
know why they can do that though?
Why?
Because the attraction is what is essential. The attraction gonna get them in the door. The attraction gonna move shit along faster, too fast for you to realize the bullshit.
That's real.
Do
You know that
y'all?
you know
Do
what
you
they say?
guys
Hold on,
have?
Quell. You know what they say? They say women make rules for niggas they don't want to fuck and break rules for the niggas they do want to fuck. So yeah, she might want to take 90
Facts.
days, 3 dates to fuck, but the nigga that
Facts.
she don't, the nigga she really
Facts.
want to fuck, nah, nigga, he getting that
Facts.
tonight.
Oh, my mama, he finna get
And
that
she
pussy as soon as
and they
she
gonna
get a
justify
chance.
that by saying, you know what I'm saying, it's her body, her choice. And I mean that's cool, but why complain to us that these the type of niggas that's getting y'all pregnant and leaving y'all high and dry with kids? Like you can't pop that shit and then be like, like you did it, and we told you not to, and you said we was trying to control you. You said we was mad because you ain't want to get a pussy to us. When in reality, we just ain't want to have this conversation we having now with you complaining about some shit that you could have avoided.
Right. Right.
Do y'all have um platonic relationships with women in your life right now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I do.
talk to on a daily basis?
Not necessarily. No, not on a daily basis. No.
Kane?
But you can.
Yeah, like I got like my best friend from high school, like still my best friend, but she like married and got like her own family now, so we don't talk as much. But even outside of that, I've still had times where I've had friends. Like I remember, for like a brief 2 or 3 week period, me and Darlisha was friends. I think we connected like on some Call of Duty, PlayStation type thing until that kind of was got weird. And then BJ, you know what I'm saying? Me and her used to link up every morning and just drink tea, you know what I'm saying, and just talk and Muffin, Peasy. I used to have all type of friends, you know what I'm saying? But people, you know, they grow apart.
Yeah, all them was our homies at one point in time.
Yeah.
So
I think that's been one of the most like eye opening things for me is being able to have um platonic relationships with um other women outside of my partner and being able to hear because I'm a man, I already know my perspective, but being able to hear their perspective on a consistent, occasional basis has been really eye opening.
Yeah.
And also being able to hear their gripes and their issues with why things don't work, why they don't want to have kids, why don't commit, and all most of it is common and about the same. They all say the same things, um, but I forgot where I was going with this now. Well, yeah, a lot of them don't want to have kids.
I just that's the main thing that I'm seeing, like amongst young ladies in general. Like a lot of them just like not interested in childbearing. Now, my sister, put her business out there. She been she'd have been sat down a few times. You know what I'm saying? So like when I think about childbearing, I look to her and I look at her life, and it's like it really hasn't changed much of anything. She just got, you know, new little ones around running around. Like if they wasn't there, I don't think that she would have as much life as she does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's the thing that you kind of do get with children. Like you get like this new sense of life. You get this new sense of purpose. And I think that's something that we might be robbing ourselves of. You know what I mean? Like when we don't like have children. But I'm also not gonna look at like the other aspects of it, like how the economy or maybe even just socially and politically how the world has been going in general and how that kind of plays itself out in our generation, and how we as men, because I'm sure like all of us want to extend our progeny, like we want to extend our legacy. We want to make sure that we're doing it the right way as well. So I think that, a lot of times when you become intelligent about certain things, like you're not willing to do other things. And that's kind of like the predicament that our society is in.
I ain't gonna lie, Quan.
And
I would rather be, I'd rather be a girlfriend like for multiple reasons. You know what I'm saying? One being, I feel like you get more out of a woman if you keep your dick out of her. Because as soon as you put your dick in her, it ain't a fair exchange no more. Like, it might not even be a fair
it's
exchange
done.
either way, but it's like entitlement. Like, you know what I'm saying? That come with, like, you know what I'm saying? With her having sex, with you. So if you want more of like a genuine connection, I feel like that's how you do it. Keeping your dick out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
Like,
your dick out of these women, man. Keep your dick out of these women. That's a message to the fellas. Keep your dick out of these ladies, man. Know what she on before you stick that penis in her, for real.
I also believe being friends and best friends in the best case scenario um, with your partner. Like, I feel like that
Hey,
is the best case scenario, because at the end of the day, when that relationship shit is going through adversity, y'all still have y'all friendship to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you and your lady like best friends, y'all really locked in, not just locked in because y'all like together, but like that's really your dog. You just like, nah, I can't do that. Like, you fine or whatever, but you probably won't even be attracted to most women just because you so locked in with her, and not even it ain't even like something you aware of. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this person is mean, like it's so impactful in your life that it just don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once your relationship get to a point where it's good enough, a lot of stuff just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so I actually prefer to be friends. Cause me and my best friend, we actually like dated like kind of briefly, but we were able to remain friends like even to this day. Because we were friends before it. And it's just like, I feel like that's the same thing. I feel like the same way in the roles reversed. I feel like women, those guys that are truly a woman's best friend, those are the guys she should marry, because those guys are going to genuinely care about her and have her best interest at heart. I'm not saying that that's like who she should, but I'm just saying like would be like one of the best options. Somebody who you familiar with already. Like, if y'all have a friendship, then y'all have like such an authentic and um, relationship with each other, and vulnerable relationship with each other, that y'all know each other on a deeper level, not just, oh, I don't want to upset my partner or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all friends, y'all probably tell each other, like you said, you hear your friends talk about relationships and stuff, but if you were a potential love interest, they wouldn't divulge that information to you unless they just didn't give a fuck. If you were just a buffer, if you were just a filler, you know what I'm saying?
I think I think it depends on how comfortable they are with you. I feel like if they feel like that you are a safe space, they will. But if they don't trust you in the sense of like being a girl's girl, I don't think they would. But
Why would they trust
I guess it
me in
depends on
terms of being a
who you're
girl's
with.
girl and I'm not a girl? You kind of fucked me up right there.
I mean that you know what I mean. Like you, they feel like you are one of them. Like when people say, "Oh, she's one of the boys." about like women that like hang out can hang out with the dudes, with the brothers, but I'm talking about guys that can hang out with the girls.
I don't think no guy really has. I ain't. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
No, I'll say it.
I was just gonna say I don't think no guy really just wants to just hang out with the girls. Now hang out with a girl or like you know what I'm saying, but the girls as in like three or more. I don't think no real nigga is trying to
Well,
like
I must
all the
not be a
time.
real nigga because I do it
No,
all the time.
I'm saying like no, I ain't like I'm saying that, like you have more friends outside of, like how often are is just you and three chicks? Like how often is that? Because you work and all this stuff, so it can't be every day, right? Is it every day? How often? Like how many times a week is it you and three other chicks? Like you the only guy? Because if it's not often, that's different. I'm talking about like a major friend group, like y'all hang every day, like or on a more consistent basis. You get what I'm saying? Because I done pulled up on Peasy, you know what I'm saying, Dominique and them chilling and smoked with them. I'm the only guy, but I'm talking about like I'm not. You feel me? I'm not with them like that though. So I'm not saying it just on
Yeah.
a one-off thing or every now and then thing or they always together. I pull up on them, you know what I'm saying, and I go. I'm saying like on an everyday thing, like I'm in a group chat, like that's different. I don't know.
I'm in the group. I'm in the group chats. I did. I had two group chats.
Hey
One
man,
got eliminated. No longer cool with them, but I still have another group chat, and it's me and two of my friends that are girls, and we don't hang out all the time
see
now
that's
because one of
two.
them
That's
is
two. I said three or more. But hey, let me ask you something though. So you still,
still multiple.
you still in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, so like, did you meet your girl? Like, how? Like, did you meet her like in like a friend group thing or no? I'm not asking for the specifics. I'm just asking, was it like relative to like maybe one of these friend groups, or was it just something else entirely? I don't need the details. I was just wondering.
She moved back here from Atlanta, and we met at work.
Makes sense.
Okay,
A
so
lot of people that I know, like I talked to a guy that I work with, and he said that he met his current wife at work as well. Do y'all think that that's something that's like a lot of people are just like because we don't have like the social environments that our previous generations had? Do you think a lot of people just meeting their mate at work and different
it's
things like different things like that?
it's not
For
about.
sure.
I mean, I do feel like it's people are meeting a lot of people at work, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's from a lack of social things. Now,
Okay.
if the lack of social things is keeping people single and therefore they're meeting people on the job, I don't know. If that's what you're saying, then maybe I can
Okay.
agree to that. But if you saying people um go for people at their job because they don't have social events to go for people there, I don't think that's true. I
Right.
think those type of connections are going to happen anywhere that people are in the same proximity for a certain amount of time.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I agree with that.
I remember saying like a lot of times women that I've in my experience, I've been attracted to women that can't dress because I've seen them in their work clothes. And you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to mess up like the work clothes look. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you
Yeah.
work 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, you look at a motherfucker long enough, they gonna start looking like something. You feel me?
That's real.
You working all them
Yeah.
hours, you don't do nothing but go home and go to sleep. So you getting to know this person, y'all build a rapport. You know what I'm saying? And
Even in
Right.
trenches together.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like think about it like this, bro. The president. the president who he had an affair with, it was somebody. He stuck his head out the president, the Oval Office. It was like, yeah, you come here, give me some head. Like it's about proximity, bro.
Yeah.
Because biologically, we want to we I ain't gonna say we here to like reproduce, but I'm not saying we just here to reproduce. But that's one of our basic instincts. You know what I'm saying? As humans, to have sex and multiply. So that's not gonna stop just because you at work. It's a reason why it's a whole thing, a stigma about plant jobs and everybody sleeping with everybody. You gonna meet people anywhere you go. You go to school every day, you likely to meet somebody and connect with them, and maybe start dating them.
Right.
You in the military or whatever, and it's like co-ed or something like that, you know, or you work with somebody like it's just. I'm just saying, bro. You around somebody enough, it's just a good chance it's gonna happen. That's all I'm saying.
So just naturally off the rip, like if you spending a lot of time with the person, so all right.
And
So
that's
based
why,
on what we've seen,
hold on, and that's another reason why these guys want these women in the house, because they don't want you out there having to submit to another man. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to work and you gotta do everything this nigga say. Of course, within reason, but you know what I'm saying? You spending all this time, you know what I'm saying? Like assume, like what if your wife, the assistant manager or the next right hand man to this guy, he got, you know what I'm saying? He got a good job. Like let's say his job better than yours. Matter of fact, his job, y'all might be on the same level. He just spend all day with your bitch. And then when she come home, she got to deal with the kids. She ain't got nothing left for you, bro. I'm not saying that's every man or nothing like that, but I've seen it explained in a way, and I was like, I can see that. I ain't never thought of it like
oh,
that. Like in my
I've
personal
also
experience.
seen. I'm thinking about that Drewski skit where the man goes to work and the woman's at home all day dealing with the kids while the man is dicking off with his women coworkers. So it
right.
works. It
Hey,
works the
hey,
same way.
it was so real, bro. Bro, he had the boss come in, bro. He had the supervisor walk in.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
hey, Drewski, man, he know what to do.
Hey, he be on point when it comes to the skits, boy. He be on point. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga, like, his satire is 100% on point. For sure.
Undeniable.
Facts. And
Man, so
then
like,
look, bro,
go ahead.
the funniest part with cause you know, when the supervisor walk in, he was confronting the dude about talking to his chick. Like, you know this my bitch. And that's how them niggas be, for real, bro. Niggas be got beef with you
I
because you
know it,
talking to the
bro.
girl he
I
want to
know it,
talk
bro.
to.
I know it, bro. I know it, bro. Like it's like because we don't have those social environments where we go to club meetings, where we go to the bar, where we go to like other social events, bro. Like work has become that place for us, bro. And some men take it a little bit too far than others.
Man, let me tell you, bro. These folks will get off of work and then post up at the nearest gas station down the street from the job, like it's the club. Friday night, everybody got their check and stuff. Everybody in at the same gas station, like it's the club. All the cars out there,
Right.
people walking around, talking from car to car. Some people blowing gas. Everybody trying to buy some liquor. This could be the overnight crew. It could be five, the sun rising.
Yeah. Right.
They got to get, they got to feel, they got the club. They
Bro,
got
that's
to.
what I'm saying. Like that's why this topic was so important for us to talk about. Like we don't have the same like social opportunities that the previous generations had before us. You know what I'm saying? So like we make the most out of what makes sense to us. So like when we off work, of course the gas station can be lit. You feel what I'm saying? Because The men trying to see what the women talking about, and the women trying to see what the niggas talking about. Like she know when you getting paid. She know when she know you got a little money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? She know you feeling good. If she hit you in the middle of the week, you might not be as generous as you would be on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody trying to get some liquor.
Nah, listen.
Everybody trying to get.
Nah, see,
Go
they ain't
ahead.
on that. They ain't. I don't know, cause I don't be out there. I don't. I don't indulge myself with the likes of
So
these
you don't
people. I
participate.
don't
You don't
participate.
participate.
But I will say this: the reason I said it ain't like that is because they getting it through the week. Yeah.
Mm.
When them food trucks outside, they they expect one of these forklift niggas, one of these niggas, one of these maintenance niggas to go and pay for that wing plate. They getting it through the
Hey,
week.
how much that wing plate? How much that wing plate?
$18 for a 10 piece.
Shit. For how much? For 8 piece?
For a 10 piece, $8, $18 for a 10 piece.
Shit. That
They
a
gonna
little
What
give
bit
you,
too
they gonna give
much.
you 10 pieces of wings with some fries and a canned drink. $10.
did Scissor say? You like 9 to 5 on the weekend?
Right. 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 Speaking of SZA, man, when do y'all think she gonna drop another album? I need to hear something else.
You,
She's
SOS
been
came out
released
what 2022?
I'm the wrong
SOS
person
came out
to ask.
2023?
20,
23?
2024. She released like the B
2024?
side. I think she released the
I
B
don't want
side.
to. I mean, yeah. She had like Saturn and shit. Like, what is that Luna? That Luna track? That Luna album?
Yeah.
Was that what? Like, what she was looking like a? What she was looking like a alien and shit on there. She had the track Saturn on there.
Yes.
Right. She had Gone Girl and right, right,
No, she had
right,
Drive. I
right.
need to go back and listen to that shit.
Hey, that SOS album was good as a motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest. That shit was excellent. I love
It's
music like that.
it was incredible.
I'm more into
Yeah, shit.
Janae Aiku, man.
Hold on, what? She released
Janae
that?
Aiku. Janae Aiku, the truth. Feel me? What I be like.
Janae. You said Janae? Janae.
Janae Aiku.
What
It's been
album
a,
has she released recently?
it's been a
Sold out.
while.
Sold out. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I'm gonna have to revisit
Decent.
that.
The
I haven't listened to that one.
She hadn't
2088
dropped a,
with 2088 with Big Sean.
Yeah, I
she had
like that one.
Yeah.
she hadn't dropped a solo project since 2020.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro.
She released a single in 2025, so that means she's about to drop an album this year.
Probably so, yeah, for sure. Man, I wish 2088 would have been a thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole album was such a like vibe to me. Like I really enjoyed 2088. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole like they remixed some Jodeci tracks on there. They did like that London Bridges was cool. That was a real cool like group. You know what I'm saying? I hate they
Yeah.
relationship ended so they wouldn't continue to make more music together, but that was a really cool album, 2088.
Yeah. Real. Been a
Hey,
minute
what
since
else
I
you got
listened
for us,
to it.
man?
Shit, I don't know. You know, we ain't watched the shorter video to that what's the name?
No, we didn't watch that one, but she ain't really talking about shit. She just talking
Yeah,
about,
she ain't talking nothing.
yeah, she
Oh.
just on Fox News and shit. They don't really be talking about shit on Fox News. Like the headline be what really goes for them.
Hey man, I think I kind of didn't want to talk about the Drake shit like right in the beginning because I think when we do these podcasts, I kind of start out slow, like you like warming your car up, and then like I get more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how
I
to
mean,
explain it.
just add a little more context. Like what you feeling? Like what didn't you add at the beginning that you add right now?
Because I forgot to say this, but I had planned to say this, but I forgot when it was my turn. Um,
Right.
I don't know how I feel about this, even though this is my opinion and how I feel. Um,
Y'all
but
see that?
Yeah, I see that.
but I feel like National Treasure is still probably like my favorite song, and that was a leak. Like that's been out a year. And I don't know if it's the beat. I don't know if it's just. I don't know if it's the flow. I don't know how he rapping, bro. But
It sounds like classic Drake.
I don't know, cause I don't know what classic Drake is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might feel like classic Drake is the singing shit. You know what I'm saying? When he talking
Yeah,
about how
that's
all the
true.
women was doing it wrong. So I can't speak.
Bro, to me, classic Drake is like ignorant shit with him and Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like so far gone type of shit. Like the first album, take Thank Me Later, like the last track, like that's classic Drake to me. You know what I'm saying? Like Show Me a Good Time. You know what I'm saying? Like Unforgettable. Bars are
Mm.
like bars like those like that's classic Drake to me.
I will say I saw a tweet that I was like, that's actually pretty nuts. That is kind of spot on. Let me see if I can find it. Wait, did they take away likes on Twitter? Wait a sec. Oh, there they are. They just changed it. Let's send this to the group.
As he
But I was
should, bro. Listen. Right. ASAP Rocky is not a nigga that should be celebrated.
Huh? What?
Not a nigga that should be celebrated. I'm like
ASAP.
no, like he has not contributed anything to like what? ASAP Rocky, he's a model. He's not a rapper.
Hey,
Right.
hey, Phil, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with the pod or what you saying. So I kind of hate to ask this, but I'm on the league, right? And it said I can't make a
Okay.
trade even though the season's still in.
No, the trade deadline has ended.
Can
I
you?
gotta extend it.
Yeah, can you do that just for a second? Like, for,
Yeah, I do that once I'm hold on, I gotta remove one and
but yeah, I
wipe
mean,
shit
I
from
agree,
me.
bro. But niggas be like, that first tape he mixed out. Like, bro, niggas said he was, bro. What do you call it, bro? The Mount Rushmore, bro. Like people were arguing that he. Well, I
Who?
can't think of the word.
Who?
And the ASAP Rocky, bro. It was the word they used that
Bruh,
kept.
hell no,
It was the
bro.
word they used, and I can't think of the word. They were saying
Mount Rushmore.
like a moment in hip hop, or he was something. I forgot what the word they used, but I was like, bro, nah, bro. And they was like, well, you can argue that he made everything about fashion and stuff like Kanye don't exist, bro. That shit was blowing me, dog. I can't remember what term they used, bro, but that shit fried me. She cheesed me.
Might have been top 10.
Top 10 what?
In what? Yeah, right. T.
Top
In
10
what?
rap. In the 2010s, might have
Nah,
been top 10.
nah, nah,
Might have been. Just overall
nah.
body of work. Just overall impact. Yeah.
So like all right, 2010s, right? So
Yeah.
who dominant in the 2010s? Drake. I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
throw
hold
Big
on,
Drake.
Sean
hold
in
on, wait.
there.
Nah, hold on.
Drake.
Phil, don't
Cole.
even do this. Don't even do this, bro.
Big Sean.
Cause why in a 2010s list he should not be mentioned. He had a very brief moment. a very brief moment, bro. He don't
Long live
even.
ASAP.
Thanks.
He's
Long
not
live
in a.
ASAP
He's not
all
in
the
a
way
decade-long
through his
conversation.
testing album.
Now I will say the album that he dropped in 2015, that shit was amazing. I will say that.
Yeah.
That shit was absolutely amazing.
He had a nice run from 2011 to 2018 where,
I would agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
like rap wise.
Huh?
Fashion.
What did he
Fashion stuff
do?
extended.
Where was I?
Yeah.
I'm done. I mean, I ain't say I'm done. My bad. Bro, I can't get jiggy with this, dog. I can't get jiggy with this shit, man. I can't. You said he
Are y'all
top
talking
10.
about ASAP?
Yeah.
We talking about ASAP.
Bro, I know he trolling, bro. But I don't know he trolling, bro. But he gotta be, bro.
You want me to list out my top 10, man?
Nah, because you gonna say some bullshit like Chance the Rapper and Currency. I don't want to hear that shit.
It's crazy.
I don't want to.
And
Let's
they're
hear
not
it.
better than ASAP. Not in the 2010s.
He said you gonna say some bullshit. That's crazy. Okay, Kane, who was dominated 2010s? ASAP gonna be in there, bro. He's gonna be in there.
So Big Sean, J. Cole, Drake. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Meek Mill,
Meek
Wale,
Mill.
Rick Ross.
I put ASAP ahead of Wale and Rick Ross.
Hold
2010.
on, no.
Hey, see,
I would.
did that shit. Did that
Now you
shit.
tripping
I
now? You
would.
Did that
tripping now?
shit, bro.
I absolutely would. Oh, Kendrick. Of course, Kendrick.
I'm gonna put Kendrick up there because he made Good Kid, Mad City in 2012.
Yeah. Section 80 in 2011, right?
But Rich Forever, God Forgives, I Don't.
Are those better
What
The
is
than
Mastermind mixtape, the Mastermind album.
Live Long ASAP, Long Live ASAP?
Nah, son. None of them shits better than
Testing,
none of
the
them
joint
shits
that
better
came
than
out
Rich
before
Forever.
testing.
None of them shits better than Rich Forever, bro. None of them shits better than Forever.
we talking about
Hey, hold on,
We talking about
then.
22?
Hold on,
2010s.
hold
We
on.
talking about
Nah,
2010s, called
I got
Quad.
this nigga. Everybody, let me let me do this.
to clear out ISO. Fuck out of here.
Let me have y'all attention. Let me
All right, you got
give
it.
me the flow. I'm about to cook this nigga hibachi right now. All right, T. Where you got? If you got what's this nigga name? ASAP Rocky top 10 in the 2010s. Ain't that what you said?
Yeah.
All right. So where you got 2 Chainz?
Ooh, yeah, he could be in the top 10. It's 10 people now. I
No,
mean, I got plenty
hold
of room.
on, because I ain't got
I'll
neither one of
probably
these.
just name 6.
I ain't got neither one of these in the top 10, but I for sure got 2 Chainz over ASAP Rocky, and they both,
For sure.
and they
That's
both, in my
debatable.
opinion,
That's
had like
debatable.
a brief moment.
That's debatable. I'll give you that. Okay, who else?
No, I'm just trying to gauge. I'm just trying to see what's going on, man.
You got French Montana over ASAP?
Why are you naming all these Cherokee D ass niggas, bro?
He said French Montana.
2010s.
What came out in the 2010s though? Like,
Bruh.
blow the whistle.
ASAP Ferg?
What? Huh? What'd you say?
ASAP Ferg?
What about him?
I'm saying, I don't know. I'm just naming artists.
Okay, so
Hey,
so
listen to
you
this
Oh,
saying?
again.
snap.
Hold
The
on, wait.
Atlanta guys. All right, now when you add the Atlanta guys, it gets interesting.
No, nigga, it
So,
ain't
like
interesting.
Quavo.
Ain't nothing interesting about this ASAP Rocky
Um,
shit.
so that'd be Quavo, Young Thug, Gunna, Lil Baby.
No, that's late 2010s. They not in this conversation either.
Nah, cause some of them were hot by like 2014. So I got
Who?
them. Thug.
You said some of them and name one person.
Thug.
I would put him over ASAP, even though I don't fuck with his shit either. My whole thing is we done named like 4-5 niggas already, and we ain't named none of the niggas who actually deserve to be in the conversation. So this whole top 10 thing was a sham from the beginning, and he just like trolling us, bro. Like niggas just be saying shit like words don't have a meaning. Man. I'm just saying, bro. Because you ain't even say a nigga like Tyler the Creator. You ain't even say a nigga like Tyler the Creator, and he above ASAP Rocky. Ain't too many spaces left. Eventually, ASAP Rocky gonna be top 20, top 25 if we keep going for real.
Yeah, we keep going, man. We keep going.
ASAP Rocky. And the bitches say I'm hot, and I told them I can breathe. And the some, man, who hotter than me? And I'm riding on the bike, and I got a gold chain, and I got some gold teeth. Man, bitch, look at my braids. Man, bitch, my name ASAP. I don't know, bro. You know.
So you got Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Kanye, Thug, Future, Tyler, Trav, Nicki, Pusha. These all in the 2010s. This solid. Couldn't argue with that. Oh, Mac Miller. Man,
if you don't think Mac Miller over ASAP Rocky.
I got ASAP ahead of everybody. Everybody. Yeah, I'd have ASAP at number 9 on this list, based on this list.
Oh, nah, bro. If you got ASAP right there, you got to have 2 Chainz. He on the same level with them. Yeah. Go on, put him in there.
Oh, I forgot about 2 Chainz.
Yeah, I got ASAP.
2 Chainz should be over Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott, and Pusha
T. Hey, Playboy Cardi was out here in 2015, so you can put him on there.
Yeah, he honorable mention, bro. He not somebody that should be on the list.
Nah.
Huh?
Nah.
Playboy Cardi?
Hey, you listened to Playboy Cardi in 2015?
You like Playboy?
Man, his first 2 projects, no skips.
Oh, in the 2010s, you saying Playboy Cardi should be in the top 10?
His first 2 projects, no skips.
Nah, dog. Pusha T didn't put out a solo project better than Live Long ASAP, Long Live ASAP, or Testing that whole decade.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. In 2010s, bro, Fabulous might be ahead of this ASAP Rocky nigga.
And we should throw Mac Miller in there.
He's an
honorable mention. He's an honorable mention.
How come Big Crit ain't in there? How come Big Crit ain't in there?
Have a solid project?
Who?
Like a straight you can listen to?
Faces, Macadelic, Kids.
Macadelic, Macadelic for sure. For sure.
He has
Blue Slide Park. Man. I ain't fuck with that though.
Blue Slide Park was cool.
Misses, man.
He had some misses?
Yeah.
Man, this nigga talking about somebody had misses like he ain't just say ASAP Rocky and Currency.
Hey, Currency?
Oh shit, man. This shit get funny, bro. This shit get funny, man.
I'm not trying to fall asleep when I'm listening to rap music.
I ain't gonna lie. I got the Migos over this nigga. Man. All right.
I was into Wiz Khalifa.
Meek Mill over that nigga.
Albums, cultural influence, touring, charts.
Oh, Future on there.
Dog, ASAP. Yeah, by this criteria,
I get that.
Yeah, ASAP should definitely be ahead of Pusha T, and yeah.
Pusha T, Wiz Khalifa should be above both of them, though.
Nah.
Yeah, move
Not
Wiz
in the
Khalifa
2010s.
up.
Bro, we
Not in
in
the
the tens.
2010s.
Cushion orange juice is better than most of what these people put out.
When did he put that out?
2011.
So Wiz had like maybe a 2 or 3 year run in the 2010s. That was hot.
Okay,
ASAP had 7 years.
from Cushion orange juice to Cabin Fever to Taylor Alderdice, right?
About 2-3 years.
And then he released 2 albums in between that time. So he had
And both of
Rolling
those
Papers
albums
and
were
then
subpar.
ONFIC.
And both of those albums were subpar.
Come on, bro. Rolling Papers was better than what people give it credit for. No, we're not gonna Chance the Rapper.
Bro.
No. Acid Rap, is that a classic, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acid rap generationally changed
My whole thing
mixtape
is
streaming.
Okay,
my whole
so we got
thing
one
is
person.
my whole thing is acid rap. I don't fuck with it, but I would be disingenuous if I didn't say it was a classic because it was like a pretty big moment when it dropped.
All right.
Like
So you got
I
a point.
listened to it. I listened to it because
the streets fucking with you.
But it's because people was playing it so much. It's like, well, this song is okay. You feel me? So I leaned into the songs I liked from the project, but overall, I never liked his voice like that. Like I just couldn't get jiggy with it.
Feel that.
But I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all, bro. No Wale on this list is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hold y'all.
For real though. Wale need to be like top 5 at least.
Hold on though. Cultural influence. You would have Wale in the top 5.
Hold on, is this in order?
In the 2010s?
Is this supposed to be in order?
In the 2010s.
No, this is the list I'm making is just
it's
no order. It's just the top whatever.
I thought it was an order because you had Drake at the top, so I was like, okay, it might be in order.
Yeah.
but think about it though. But think about it. 2010s, like 2010s, right? We got Ambition.
It's gotta be in order.
We got the 11-1-11 theory. We got the 11-1-11 theory. You know what I'm saying? We got Falarin. We got Gifted. Those are 4 projects.
Hold on, T.
More about nothing. Ambition. 11-1-11 theory and Falarin. Them 4 albums, 4 mixtapes, whatever you want to call it, should put Wale in the fucking top 10.
Hold on, T.
Those were all 2010s.
Hold on, T. Hold on, T. T. What era do you consider Wale?
I consider Wale like everything from Attention Deficit to now. So that's like he's a late 2000s rapper. Him and Wiz
right. But most of his most of his good shit came out in the 2010s though, when we was in high school.
Okay. No, they had like a good half-decade run in the 2010s.
I remember being in school when the 11-1-11 theory came out, bro, and my phone would not download that shit because the web crashed. Live mixtapes crashed. That Piff crashed because 11-1-11 theory was getting downloaded that much.
Man, all right. So Wale, like he Mount Rushmore, bro. Like he's one of the greats, man. Like you really sold me on that.
In that particular area for sure.
Because everything I've heard about Wale is he might not even be top 25, man.
Man, listen, bro.
Where's Nipsey Hussle?
People are I feel like allowed to change their mind. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna have like revisionist history, bro. There's a reason why the top 5 was originally Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Sean, and Wale, and it just them other 2 niggas fizzled out. If them niggas never fizzled out, it wouldn't be a top 3. It would be a top 5, or it would be a Drake and then 2 through 5, or however people wanted to look at it.
I agree with that.
ASAP
So
had
he
a
was
longer.
he was very much in the conversation. So no Big
ASAP
Sean
was
on here
more
is,
relevant
well, I don't know, because
throughout the whole decade
Big Sean kind of fizzled
than a
out
lot of these
sooner.
guys.
So I don't know.
Yeah, ASAP was that guy, man. Whole decade. Wale was that guy from like 2010 to maybe 2015. Yeah.
This nigga traded Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Huh? What?
Yeah, Bill, man. Meek arguably up there though. If there's anybody that bumps him out there. Yeah. See Meek.
Man, Giannis costs too much, man. I fuck with him. Man.
You say he traded him to who?
He on the Magic right now.
Man, we doing like this little fake league right now.
No, that
It's
was Jap that
like,
asked that. He know what's going on.
Yeah. What's happening?
yeah, that nigga traded nigga to the Magic, G.
Hold on, let me go make some moves real quick.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna extend that trade deadline. You feel me? I'm gonna extend.
You
I'm
better.
gonna get back in the 2K, but I'm gonna let me make some trades real quick.
Hey man, I support it, man.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Go on, let Embiid go, man. Go.
Shit.
Go. Go.
Open
Hey,
this
they
shit
got
up,
a
man.
Magic, G.
He out of here. Open it up.
It is open, bro. You can't even trade him because he was traded in the last 60 days. You cannot trade him.
Mine ain't open, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
It's open, bro.
It's not, bro. Not for me, bro. It's not.
I'm open. I just opened it.
Yeah, man. The East needs some more competition, man.
Okay, top 10 albums of the 2010s.
I can't do it for some reason, bro.
Okay, so we got to throw Take Care in there.
Take Care came out before 2010, didn't it? Oh no, I came out 2011.
No, 2011. 2011. Channel Orange, and Ivy. Channel Orange and Ivy got to be on there.
Yeah, this is a conversation for y'all.
2010s. Said 2010s.
Yeah, Channel Orange and Blonde. Channel Orange and Blonde. Okay.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
2010s. To Pimp a Butterfly, yeah, you could throw that in there. Who that? Good Kid, Mad City. We gotta throw that in there. We gotta put Forlorn in there. Even though it wasn't the album, bro. The 2010s had some, and the 2010s had some shit in it.
That's just my say. A$AP Rocky.
Nah, I wouldn't put Yeezus in the top 10.
Yeah, you heard T say that.
I want Yeezus in the top 10. I would put 2 Chainz album in the top 10 before I put Yeezus there. What was that? Vote 2? The Life of Pablo. Yeah, The Life of Pablo.
So what's up? What we doing?
So you like The Life of Pablo? Give me some tips. Give me some albums now.
I'm not in
What?
this. I'm not in this.
Forest Hills Drive.
Forest Hills. I'm gonna let y'all handle it. Y'all got it.
The Life of Pablo had. Yeah, it got Ultralight Beam. It got fucking.
Ours, man. When y'all change the albums?
Forest Hill Drive, yeah.
Albums.
Shit.
A$AP Rocky was crazy, Tom. A$AP Rocky was outrageous.
Nice,
Views? Can we put Views in there?
He was nice.
We gotta put Views in there, right?
Nice, no. Get you top 10.
If you're reading this too late, of Views, which one would y'all put?
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Oh yeah, if you're reading
Yeah,
this,
if you're reading this, it's too late. It's way better than views
you might have to
and
take the Lord
yeah.
out, man. 'Cause-
Bro, the 2010s might be the best like era of hip hop, period, bro.
No,
That might be the best
no,
era of hip
nigga,
hop.
no, nigga, no, nigga. 2000s,
What would be the better era? Tell me,
yeah.
talk to
2000s,
me, talk to me, fellas.
2000s,
Oh
The
man.
2000s?
2000s,
2010s.
2000s. You got the Blueprint, the Black Album, Volume 2.
Okay,
You got,
okay,
bro, you got Get Rich or Die Trying. You got The Massacre, bro. You got Late
okay.
Registration, Graduation,
Right,
College
right,
Dropout. Bro,
right.
bro, you got the
Yeah,
Carter 2. You got the
you
Carter
might be
3. You
on
got
this
the Carter
2000.
1. You got Urban Legend. You got,
Yeah,
bro, all
yeah,
right, bro.
Everything
yeah,
you
All
yeah.
name,
right.
everything you
Watch the
name from
throne, Quad.
05 to 2009 or something like that. Man.
Hey,
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
the
yeah,
throne,
yeah.
Quad.
He did. Yeah, them the
I
2000s.
think
I
Them the
mean, College
2000s.
Get Rich or
Dropout
Die
came out in
Trying
04.
like 2000. Okay, yeah,
That
okay,
Get
okay.
Rich Die Trying 2001, ain't it?
3, I think.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I said College
2003.
Dropout. I thought I said that. My fault.
I got Watch the Throne ahead of them all. No.
College Dropout is on the 2000s. That's 2000.
I'm trying to figure out ASAP Rocky, bro. I'm just
Bruh, see, I
coming
know
up
I'm not the only one,
with
bruh. He be doing
Watch
this
the
shit on
Throne
purpose,
definitely ahead of
bruh.
I feel
the
the
Lord,
same
man.
way.
He be trolling us, bruh.
That's what I'm on.
my mic was muted. I kept saying somebody named 10 people, bro. Y'all wouldn't name 10 people. Then that nigga Kane said 2 Chains. I was like, shit, he definitely won't better than 2 Chains. So I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell.
You feel me? Yeah, nah, he wasn't better than Two Chains at
He
all.
wasn't
At
better than
nothing.
he wasn't better than his partner. I don't know. I
Bird.
ain't in it. Yeah, he
Nah,
wasn't better than
ASAP,
Bird.
ASAP
he
Ferg.
ain't better than ASAP,
Man, what?
Not that time. Not
what's
that
buddy
time.
name?
What?
Not when we was in high school. When we was in high school, he better ASAP Ferg.
Yeah.
I don't know no. I don't know no
Like,
better than. I
All
guess I
right,
don't
so
know
what
no
about
better.
Rodeo? Where you
I
putting
guess
Rodeo? Is Rodeo in the top 10
because I guess I was asleep, bro.
albums of
Is that
2010s?
Travis Scott?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They the same person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you saying, so you saying, so you saying Rodeo is better than Take Care, or
Name me
is
some
up there with
people
Take Care, Channel Orange, Blonde,
besides
Good Kid,
Drake and
Mad
Kanye
City,
West. It's kind of in
for
there
Lauren, The
if we
Life of
being honest.
Pablo, Forest Hill Drive. Bro, the 2010s was fucking amazing,
The
bro.
2010s
Yeah.
after Drake and Kanye West is kind of like who you like because it's like in there. I can't think of nobody. When y'all saying that, I
Man, bro,
couldn't think of
listen, bro.
nobody.
Bro, we got no
It's
Orange
definitely.
and
I mean,
Blonde in the
you
2010s.
can argue a lot of stuff, but like, what about definitely? Like, ain't no definite. Ain't really no
Bro,
definite answer.
Frank Ocean, bro. Listen, bro, Frank Ocean, bro.
Frank Ocean was, yeah. Frank
Bro, who
Ocean.
who a better R&B artist than Frank Ocean, bro?
Ooh, that's a tough one, but you could argue. You could argue. You know what
I
I'm
mean, who a
saying?
better like for real though? Like Channel Orange to me, like now that I can go back to it, Channel Orange is way better than Blonde to me. Way better than Blonde.
What?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, bro. I had to fight with myself, Quad. I had to fight with myself, but I'm like Channel Orange, bro. Like when I go back to it, bro, like super rich kids and fucking monks and shit, and like the only song that I skip on Channel Orange is Forrest Gump, and I don't really I skip that because Forrest Gump was an amazing song. But if I go to Blonde, I can skip the Facebook story. I can skip the second self control. I can skip let me look at it quick.
I'm not skipping
Blonde.
anything on Blonde.
You're not skipping anything on Blonde? Nothing?
It's a spiritual experience for me, brother. I'm sorry.
I get that.
Blonde, I
I get
rate
that.
Blonde is the
I get that.
is my favorite album of all time out of any genre.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know that.
out of any genre, Blonde is my favorite album of all time.
Wow, I did not know that, bro. I love to talk on these rides, mine on the road, my dilated eyes, watch the
Mm,
crowd flow, white Ferrari. That's my shit right there.
man,
I love Blonde though. I love Blonde. I can't lie, but you made me think about Channel Orange versus Blonde. That's why it's crazy that you saying that Blonde is better though. Like you're like when it comes to music, bro, you're the only person that makes me like, let me reconsider what the fuck I'm thinking. Cause it's like it's only one person like outside of my girl, like it's only one person that I consider like music taste a little bit better than my own, and it's you, bro.
I appreciate that. That
So
means
when
a
you
lot.
s-
I
so
appreciate that,
so
bro. I
when you
appreciate that.
saying so when
Oh,
you
you ain't talking to me?
saying Blonde is better than Channel Orange, is like I don't see you saying that. I don't see you saying. I think you're the person that would bow Channel Orange more than Blonde. But you
So
but you just
I when Blonde came out, it was a very um pivotal moment in my life. And
okay.
somehow that that project, I've never felt music just like soak into me. And like that's like I listen to things and I'm like, okay, this can get better over time, but this just continued to just I don't know. It was like I said, it was a spiritual experience. But
Okay,
growing
so like go ahead. Go ahead.
like Channel Orange nostalgia, like I can remember where I was in certain memories of each one of those songs in a time in my
Right.
life.
Right.
I think for me, it was it was almost like um Channel Orange was like graduating from high school, and Blonde was graduating from college for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like for me, Channel Orange was like entering high school, then Blonde was like I'm in college right now.
I could see that.
Bro, for my beautiful dark
Man, why
20s,
you do that? You
for
almost
my
hurt
beautiful,
yourself.
bro,
You would have hurt yourself. You
bro,
trying to blame
we
me.
gotta get another podcast about these 2010
No,
albums, bro.
he did his little thing.
We,
He was being dramatic, looking at you and trying to land on the bed, but he landed on my knee.
Hey,
If he
Jal, mute
really,
up.
really went in there, he would have fucked himself up. Oh, my bad, my fault, my fault. I thought I muted my fault.
I'm looking at the albums from the 2000s, and they were fantastic. But I think
absolutely.
for our age group and our adolescence and we were growing up, man, listening to freshman year of college, listening to Take Care on a winter night riding through the city, man,
Yes. Yes, bro. Yes,
that
bro.
the 2000, like I mean I was a kid, like I didn't have the freedom. I feel like having the freedom with the albums that we had in the 2010s,
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Like
it just
we
that feels
I
different
feel like we got the best of hip hop in the 2010s, bro.
for sure.
I literally think that we got the absolute best of hip hop, and we just like I wouldn't even say we didn't appreciate it. We just probably didn't appreciate it enough. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, I don't agree with that, bro. I think the best hip hop was when everybody was being niggas. I think the end of 2000s, Obama coming in the presidency. Oh, yeah, hey y'all, we gotta represent Obama better than this. We can't be doing all this. This lady got us in there eating baked grill foods. We gotta eat kettle chips out the vending machine now. Fuck out of here, man. Everything went to hell around that time, bro. I stand on that. I'm just talking. I ain't really got no facts to back it up, but that's just how I feel, motherfucker. All that country shit, the Outkast and shit we're putting out, we ain't getting none of that in 2010s. Niggas wasn't being niggas no more. I don't even like using the N-word, bro, but I don't know how else to say to convey what I'm trying to say. Like, we had FUBU, everybody was doing their thing, bro. And then everybody kind of just got self-conscious about what we was doing because they wanted Obama to be president. And they, then when we got the president, well, these white folks already don't want to, already think less of us. And so, we got to kind of straighten up. Am I frozen? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet. And I feel like the music changed, bro. I feel like that's why in the mids, you feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, we had the Chief Keefs and the drill shit took over, but that was more so violence. You feel me? We had niggas like Outkast. You feel me? We had niggas like Gucci, Boosie, and I mean there was violence and all that, but it was more so just we was cool with it. And like I just feel like everything was different. Like whatever, it was anything goes, bro. And I'm not saying anything goes is the way to go, but I'm just saying, bro. Niggas was sagging, you feel me? Niggas had their grills. Nelly came out with grills, you feel me? Nigga had snowman t-shirts. Nigga had the oversized white tees when Franchise Boy coming out. You feel me? Niggas ain't making dance songs no more, man. They got mad at Soulja Boy and all this shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
They get mad. Hey, Kanye even called Soulja Boy out on that shit.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, bro. Real route, no?
You might have a point.
I can't be like 100% right. I'm pretty sure it's a plethora of different, factors and variables that go into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how
It's
I feel.
tough. I just don't think that because of the age we were in that decade, even if the albums were better, it's just not memorable enough for me to say that.
Hey man, I
Like
get
I would
it,
have
man. I know. I feel like it would be kind of, I don't know, maybe weird, maybe like something uncomfortable for me to be like, if we mention the 2000s, for me to bring up like Bow Wow. Even in the 2010s, you feel me? I remember being in the third grade, you feel me, asking for the Beware a Dog album for Christmas, bro. You feel me? I remember asking for the B2K CD, you feel me? So, maybe you didn't remember things and all that, bro, but I did. Like, my mama had the Kanye College Dropout CD, paid for already, and I spent my own money because I wanted to be able to play it when I wanted to type shit. You feel me? That was the first album I bought with my own money. I didn't pay for a full price, but I gave my mama $5 for that album so I could play it as much as I wanted to. This shit was really real.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, I remember buying the late registration from Kmart because Kmart was the only spot where kids could buy fucking like parental advisory fucking albums. So late registration was the one for me, man. Like I always thought late registration was better than College Dropout to me.
Yeah, I didn't never even think to compare them Kanye albums till like later on in life. Like I just used to enjoy them.
It always seemed like College Dropout was more culturally relevant though. But I agree.
Why you say that?
I'm gonna tell you why. It's the music videos, bro.
Yep.
Okay. Bro, didn't he make like 3 different videos for Jesus Walks?
Probably did.
Something like that.
But if you think about the singles for late registration, like the Drive
Heard
Slow.
Heard him say, drive slow, touch the sky.
Heard him say,
touch the sky.
Touch the Sky was probably the best one though. But if you think about
what?
No, well, the most marketable one.
Oh, there was a lot of
Hold on. The most marketable one. Because if you think about out of them 3, what's going
Gold Digger? Gold Digger?
What, that was on Late Registration?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's 2 then. But this is what I'm saying. Them other 2, like them was tracks for MTV, bro. Like if you think BET, bro, we talking about 106 in Park. You feel me? They gonna play
Right.
that
Right.
Touch the Sky and that Gold Digger. They gonna run it up on BET. But you gonna see them other
Yeah, for
videos
sure.
on MTV and VH1 in the morning before you go to school.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Heard him say, man, heard
Cause
him
them
say it was played
videos,
on MTV a lot.
as great as them songs was, the videos just wasn't nothing to write home about. Compared
Do
to
you
the other
remember?
2.
Do you remember the Heard him say video
I
when
remember
he
it.
like so?
I'm talking about in terms of blackness. He talking about
So he had
nostalgia.
two.
I'm talking
He
about.
had two different. He had two different videos for Heard him say. You know that?
One was animated, right?
Yes, one. Yes, one was animated. One was animated.
Okay, I might not remember then, because I feel like I remember them both, but I thought it was one video, so my memory on this might be kind of fucked up. I'm sorry.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Nah,
And
man.
they just
I
named
don't.
that.
Cause I feel like I remember both of them. Like I remember seeing Adam Levine in the video with him, bro. Am I tripping?
I don't think so.
Like he was in the video, the white guy that sung the hook, that because he couldn't get the sample
He was in
cleared.
the video.
Yeah, and I remember the animated one.
Yeah. They weren't the same. One and the same.
That's
The
what I was
animation
thinking.
and
I thought
the
they was the same video.
yeah.
See, I'm over here thinking
Nah,
it's 2 of them.
nah,
Saying no.
nah. It's two videos, bro. No, 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 no. They're the same. They're the same. They're the same one.
Yeah.
Quad, you see how easy your memory can be construed.
Revision.
That's why you that's one reason why you think the 2000s better, because you can't hardly remember the 2000s a little bit more shaky for you.
Yeah, that's true.
If Alo Akbar throwing some hot cars, things we're seeing on the screen, it's not ours. It's syncing together from the hoods of this screen is not far, but it's dope
Who
boys,
assists
it's
as
the
rock
rock
stars? Cause
stars.
we can't call
Cop
cars
cars,
without
without
seeing
seeing
cop
cop
cars.
cars.
I
I
guess
doing
they
this all
won't
behind
behind us.
bars.
I know it. And I
And
heard
I
him
heard him
say,
say,
nothing's
nothing's
ever
ever.
promised
Yeah, so
tomorrow.
so he did have like an animation and himself in that video.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is, as far as nostalgia, that's going, you know what I'm saying? We gonna remember them other 2 videos, because that's them videos.
He said,
Not
putting your life
Joan.
for
What's her
season,
name? The
and you
old lady
happen
that
for a
be
reason.
posing, making.
A nigga gun clapping, they keep it squeezing. And Frank, he
What's
playing,
the
they
shorty
keep
name
believing. He's just the one
that
day
was in the
that
video?
sees him. Who that?
The light skinned lady.
In what video?
Touch the Sky.
Mm,
From Girlfriends.
you talking about Diana Ross daughter.
Tracy
Diana
Ellis
Ross
Ross.
daughter.
Tracy Ellis Ross. You feel me?
Yeah.
You had Tracy
Yeah,
Ellis
yeah,
Ross
yeah.
fine ass in the video. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Like, come on,
yeah, yeah,
man. Like, all I'm saying is, bro, that shit mattered back in that time, bro. You feel me? The time of the music videos, bro, and they had a place for
Yeah.
music videos. That played a big part in music, bro. And I feel like that's a big part of why black people can connect with Eminem, because they wouldn't have been listening to that music by itself. They caught on from the music videos. They like, damn, like I ain't gonna say that, like, because that sounds like that's a definite.
That's accurate though.
But I mean, I
Because
assume so. But I just feel
Without
like,
Me video,
you know what I'm saying.
all the joints with
Just
Dr.
lose
Dre.
it.
Yeah.
Just lose it. Like,
Yeah, those D12 hits were nice.
The 30 dozen.
you know. So you know
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying?
For the 2020s, the albums that have come out, they don't catch on for me because I have like an older clock. Like I still
Right.
listen to music like I'm still like going to the store and buying them. So
Yeah,
like
me too.
when Kane said that like, like Iceman gotta, what I'm saying? It has to sit with you after a few listens. Like, that's why I'm like, I can relate to that because all these albums just drop. Like every week, you might see 20 different albums drop, and,
Right.
What Drake just did now, who knows? You might have the same artist now say, okay, I'm going to release 2 to 3 albums at a time. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
I,
Exactly.
that's what throws me off about this era. So I'm still listening to songs that came out last year, like their new tracks.
Right.
Um, yeah, I feel y'all on that. I feel y'all on that for sure.
The 2020s are hard.
I like T. I just, I just felt like the music was really good, and I didn't want you to like let like the lyrics or like the narrative or the controversy get in the way of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying, like try just to enjoy the music and not put too much of your focus on like, oh, what did he say? You know what I'm saying? And maybe trying to
You
connect
think
the
I need
dots.
guidance in terms of how to listen to music?
Nah, but like this particular album is coming like with a narrative. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, I
I
guess
feel like
if
the
you take it that
content of
way,
the album is that narrative, though.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, boy. And that shit keep healing your life for seasons. And anything that happen is for a reason. And nigga gun clapping, they keep it squeezing. And Graham gonna keep believing. And Jesus, the one day that you see him till you walk in his footsteps and you try to be him. The devil is alive. I feel him breathing. Tell him here's the key, so keep on dreaming. And put them lottery tickets just to tease us. My Aunt Pam can't put them cigarettes down. So now my little cousin smoking them cigarettes now. His job try to claim that he too niggerish now. Is it because his skin blacker than licorice now? I can't figure it out. Man,
Feel
heard him
me?
say, bro, the late registration is the great, like one of the greatest albums ever made, bro. And I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Like from start to finish, that shit got no skips, bro. If a nigga tell me he's skipping a song on a late registration, bro, like I got a problem with you. What song you skipping on there? Crack music?
Nope. Just that crack
If
music.
you ain't skipping crack, you ain't skipping none of them.
I need to go look at the track list. It's been a while.
Hey, so you got heard them say, "Touch the Sky," "Gold Digger." Then you got the first skit, and then you got "Drive Slow," and then you got my favorite song on the album, "My Way Home." And then track music, "Roses," "Bring Me Down," "Addiction," and then you got another skit of the "Broke Five Broke," and then you got the "Diamonds" from Sierra Leone remix, and then it's "We Major," and then it's another skit. Hi Mama, Hey Mama, Celebration, another skit, Gone, and then you got probably the best song on there, which is the Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the bonus track, which is just Kanye, and then it's late. Like to me, that's the best, bro. Bro, come on, bro.
Very
That nigga
solid.
said, the nigga said, your stripper name portion, you get tips from Mini Man. Then your fat friend, her nickname is Minivan. If your tips from Portia, your strip name is your fat friend, her nickname is Minivan. Excuse me, that's just a Henny, man. I smoke, I'm drinking, I'm supposed to stop. I can't because diamonds are forever. That's my favorite Kanye album though. That's my favorite Kanye album. So that's just me.
I don't know if I
That
have a
was the
favorite.
one. That's interesting. That's interesting. Could you rank them then? Like, I know you know got a favorite one, but could you rank them?
Let's see. Hmm.
I wouldn't be mad at you if you put My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy as one. That's just me though. What's your fucking rap for? Only girls want one thing. Why don't you just put some food in her bowl? Why won't you just take it out? You don't want to take the dog out. All right, I take the dog out. I take the dog.
Oh wait.
Oh snap!
Hmm.
Oh snap!